Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of Crit the Bed. I hope everyone's doing well in the absolutely sweltering heat of an inclement 31 or 32 degrees around where I am. So I am pretty warm. But that's not going to stop me from putting my players through the ringer and seeing all you lovely faces tonight. So, yeah, hello, everyone to chat. Hello, some of our regulars, and see Emma's lurking around in there as well. Um, yeah. So, how are you all? How are my players?
Hot,
Players.
sweaty.
Hot, sweaty.
Sticky.
That's how I like them.
Yeah.
And Alice is fully disassociated from this conversation.
What?
Better get on your phone, Alice.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. Anyway, sorry. Yes.
You're gonna all night now.
Yeah. Annie will be joining us very shortly. She just got to do a few life admin things, and she'll be joining us. Unfortunately, Ellie is unable to join us this evening, but we will definitely be seeing her next week because
Unless
next
Josh
Monday,
goes-
unless Josh.
No, we're going to sacrifice Pip.
Okay, fair enough.
Pip's
So that's
dead.
pretty. Yep. So yeah, there we go. We can hear you again, Tim. What witchcraft is this? I know, right? There's sound everywhere. Sound coming out all of your ears. That's not where
So
sound comes
proud.
from, but never mind. Yes. So I may have hinted at. I don't know if we officially said it, but the next two streams, in fact, on the Mondays will be our 5th anniversary live streams, when we're all in person. So you get to see us just being able to touch each other's faces live in person, like it used to be back in the Roll Over and Die days. If any of you were hanging around in those heady years past. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
That was also hot and sweaty in that studio.
Yeah, I mean, it feels very similar to what I'm
Yeah.
feeling right now, actually. So I have acclimatized.
Don't
I
get you.
forgot.
No, I shall,
forgot
I
what it
shall
was
not. Seagultron wants us to roll the tapes on that. Roll the tapes. Okay, so I think we'll start with a little bit of recap from not last session, of course, because we had a nice little chat with you all last session, but the session before that, when everybody was here. We had our intrepid adventurers starting off in Waves End, where they had docked their ship and decided, well, after a long deliberation, decided where they want to go. Some of the options were to go to Sutton Shore to visit the library, go to the Shadowmounts to visit their this black hole that they've left just casually around in the cave. They want to package back up and send to Elsbeth, who originally kind of betrayed them in the way back in the past. But eventually, he decided on going to Thunderdark. Teleporting there, it was a little bit of a rough journey, and some of you took some damage. Upon arriving, a very friendly and helpful Goliath, who was part of the refugee camp that was around the exterior of the Thunderdark, approached you of his own volition and goodwill, tried to impart some historical information about what's been happening over the last few weeks.
You
But unfortunately, sorry. But yeah, instead you berated him heavily and told him to fuck off, basically.
I think he deserved it.
I thought pretty harsh, personally, but I don't know.
I think that's fair.
I think the viewers should be the judge of this. Viewers, be on my side, please. But after realizing that he had nothing for you, he made a beeline towards the bronze-armed and armored dwarven guards that were lining the exterior of the grand entrance to Thunderdark. After negotiating a little bit of don't you know who we are? We're here to see your manager. We are Karen, kind of vibe to it. Convinced one of them to let you in after making you wait there in line for a sort of 15, 20 minutes.
How dare
Indeed. You went through the Thunderdark and you were kind of left to your own volition whilst they dumped you in the outskirts of the Thunderdark itself, which had been made into a shantytown / refugee area. You found the Terranolcan twins, Yaktor and Volkath. Volkath still looked in a pretty bad shape, to be honest with you. Since last time we saw him, he isn't doing too well. But in a very impressive act of generosity on your part, you decided to feed as many of them as possible in 6 seconds. by opening up a teleportation ring back to Sutton Shore, running through, grabbing a cart, loading it up with as much food and provisions as possible, tensorifying disc, loading it all up, back through the teleportation circle, and now you have fed the masses. So you have definitely further ingratiated yourself. Not only are you the people's champion of Aastrakhan, you're also the feeders of the refugees there as well. So pretty good stead with the Terran Alkin twins.
Friendly boys.
Yeah, indeed. You are indeed some friendly boys. And I guess shall now pass it all over to you. Now that Yaktor and Volkath have helped you distribute the food around there, they sit you all down in their sort of common room area, and we'll have a discussion with you. Is there anything in particular you want to ask them?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to read something from the chat. You go. I'll come to that after.
Oh, I was just going to say that was a really good recap, but can you remind me what happened right before we docked?
We what?
Just like right before the ship.
What did you say?
The ship docked.
Just right before you docked.
Yeah. What did we defeat again?
Oh my! Yeah, thanks for that.
Okay. Now we can move on. That's all.
It seems like Chad's fallen down an endless void.
Oh,
in
no.
the Underdark.
No, that's a really good at the start of an episode is to the Anton's bad side.
Antagonized me. No, yes, you once again very quickly and thoroughly defeated my very legendary crab, which was like a 5-year celebration of like, let's bring some old classics back. Thought that'd be nice and fun for everyone. Instead, of course, you just, Mike charmed it and you just speed ran the labyrinth, which we should have still been playing today. But never mind.
No, I just wanted to jog my memory. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks. Yeah, no worries. My pleasure. You're welcome.
Ben with 2 N's asked if it was in a castle. I just wanted to say it's not yet in a castle.
It's in a kind of castle.
It's well, sorry, I didn't mean to like shade
Kahlil's castle.
Not that it's not a castle, but
a person's home is their castle, and we're playing in Kahlil's home, so it's a kind of castle.
And also, Swoopy said, "I'm Kahlil and Alice allowed to sit next to each other."
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to work out some kind of like diagram where there's not going to be, we have to see you all properly.
We're all wearing Wizard of Oz costumes, right? Not just me.
Yeah, everyone's got tiny little glasses.
We're all doing that.
Great.
Yep.
Cool. I didn't want to look like an idiot.
Far be it.
Okay.
And then also, someone said, "Didn't Aya touch a bunch of people?" But that reminded me that I did try and cure his what's it called? Like
his affliction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that work?
Not with the ministrations that you had initially tried to help him with, but you did glean some information that it probably is a more deeper issue that he has. So if you have something else in your repertoire that's a bit stronger, higher level, you could attempt that. If that's something you want to do.
I don't think I do. I'm sorry about his disease, but because I think his sister's sad about it. But
don't worry, it is not your problem, though it is of great concern to me.
Yeah, I feel like it would be better if he didn't have a cursed, but I feel like
I don't. It's not just my butt, it is kind of.
I remember they made a point about it being your butt, so I feel like that's where the worst of it is.
I don't know where this has come from.
Your butt.
Your butt.
No, I know where my butt came from, but the specifics that it only affects to my butt. It is not correct. Champions of Aastrakhan.
We don't have to talk about it if you're sensitive about it. I didn't mean to.
No, it's not a case of being sensitive. It's more of a case of
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have
medical accuracy would say. I don't have some kind of butt disease. It's a very serious and full body curse, which being a full body curse does include also my derriere, but not exclusive to, just encompassing of.
Okay.
It didn't originate there either.
I'm really defensive about it. I'm just saying, like,
No,
if
I
could go
don't
far,
want to feel like I am being defensive. I'm just kind of clearing the air and just making things
Yeah.
as accurate as possible.
Yeah, sure. We don't have to talk about your butt anymore. You keep bringing it up.
I feel like you're talking a
No.
lot about how it's not your butt. That makes me think it's.
I wasn't the one that brought this up.
Anyway, the sort of enemy that would dole out butt curses is an enemy of ours. So we want to help.
Good. Great. Well, my sister and I are very grateful of your offer. We are feeling rather displaced and shunned by the dwarves, who seem to be less than hospitable.
Yeah, we encountered that on the way in.
Yeah, they seem kind of useless.
I don't know how useless they are, but
Right,
certainly
unhelpful.
correct. Yes,
Yeah.
they seem to have. Their attitude of late is far less open than once it was. Always they have been closed off with regards to the specifics of their mining operations, some of their technologies, things like this. But who isn't? But the doors of Thunderdark always used to be open to the peoples. But of late, they have turned rather cold.
Is it too early to check in with Siri or Iris? Sorry, Iris.
No, not so.
See you, Iris.
Yeah, would you like to check in with Iris?
I would, just for my own edification. I think we've got time, unless you guys think otherwise. I don't think there's anything super pressing, but I feel like we forgot and missed a few things, and I just wanted to check in.
I feel like the thing that we came obviously to help them.
Yeah.
And then that was the big time limit thing that we were waiting for. We also have that book. We want to go to a library that's nearby while we're up here, and I think that we found out that there was a library.
But, that's right.
But I don't know if Tim, remind me, is the library in the place that's surrounded by dead people, or is it in the place that we're at, or is it in a third place that I've forgotten?
There are libraries all over the world.
Aastrakhan
had one, which is overcome by dead people. There's one right here in Thunderdark, and there's there's the big library. There's one public library and one UMA library. There's a much smaller ones, but those are the biggest ones and ones of most renown and the ones that are most likely to have information that you seek.
Okay, and then so there's that. But also, while we're up there, at some point we should go pick up the black hole and send it to that woman that we hate. But
we have to get past. Do we have to get past anybody to get back to the black hole, or is just not get sucked in by the black hole? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we go to the library and look up butt diseases?
Yeah.
You don't. No, you don't have to. It's not. You won't find anything about me.
We should be prepared as well.
It's a curse that does affect all of me, including my butt, but not specific to.
Again, just calm down. We're not. No one's accusing anyone.
I'm very calm.
We'll start with the bees.
It
would be more efficient if you start with C and go backwards. Anyway.
Oh.
God damn it.
Would you like to check in with Iris? Iris is ready and available to you anytime.
No, because I had forgotten about the library, so I don't think that Iris. I'm having a pretty satisfactory day as it is. So
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just head to the library to look at books?
Yeah,
Look at books repeatedly.
Yeah, that's your favorite hobby.
It is.
All right, so you leave Volkathin Yaktor in the refugee area, and you go back to the main sort of grand staircase that leads from the main entrance down further into the Thunderdark, and there are many. I suppose, in a way, you can see it as like concentric circles going down further into the earth underneath Thunderdark, which is the mountain on which it's sat under. And these are all stages of the mining operation that there were. So, like the first level really was the old original mine. That since that's been now dug out, and it's the oldest part of the Thunderdark, that's still got a lot of the old town in it, and a lot of the older places which has been now all the mining operations, of course, have been stripped out. It's a big port, a big trade hub here as well, because it's the closest one to the entrances. And it's got a lot of the sort of lower to medium density, or sort of high density, sort of lower, less desirable, I suppose, housing around here as well. Everything's quite cramped, packed in. It's an old mine. It's quite dusty and dirty around here as well. So that's kind of the vibe you're getting here. And then as it goes down, space becomes more of a premium, therefore more expensive, and therefore like the type of people are more affluent the further down into the concentric rings of the Underdark you go. And the Grand Library is something that was put in sort of in its kind of in its mid-history of the Thunderdark being this grand hub of dwarven kind. And it was put there along with the main chamber, the main grand chambers of Thunderdark, as just really a sort of a big hub, big massive show-off piece to everybody in the lands when they come to visit. It's very centralized and you go straight down, so you can find your way down there after a while. Of course, this place is anywhere that you can think of is available in the Thunderdark. They're renowned for, of course, their mining operations. So anything material-based you want, like minerals, gold. If you're looking for spell components as well, involve diamonds, that kind of stuff, this is the place to get them. Also, there's a lot of trade here as well. So there's a lot of far-off exotic goods here that often find their way to the Thunderdark. I think more than anywhere else you've been, it's got the highest quantity of one particular species, which is, of course, dwarves. Hello there, Annie. How's it going? Groovy. Yes. Like us all. I shall quickly add you in, and then everybody will be able to see your lovely face.
Here.
Your sweaty face. Because at the moment they can't hear me commenting. On your face. Okay. Right, we'll transition over. Okay. So everybody else should be able to hear and see you now. Like Cat says, hello, Annie's face.
Annie's face.
Annie's face.
Hello, sorry for the delay.
No problem.
We're just talking about butts.
But I missed a lot then, huh?
Typical Monday.
So yeah, going down, you wind your way down into the carved out monolithic library of the Thunderdark that is banded in gold and electrum and silver, and dominates this particular part of the mid Thunderdark ring.
When you said that there was just minerals, or that minerals are all over the place,
Readily available, yeah.
They're readily available. Are they just
for purchase?
Oh, okay.
Not for casually.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know. You gotta ask. Okay, all right. So now we're at a library.
Yes, you're at the Grand Library of the Thunderdark.
Did anybody thank us for all the food, by the way? Anybody?
Oh yeah, Yaktor and Volkath last session. Oh yeah, not last week, but this session. Certainly. They attempted to try and give you things, but because of they're being displaced and they don't really have anything, and they've been here for a number of weeks now. Anything that they had of value, they've since sold to the dwarves in exchange for what little food they could get to feed their peoples.
Did we ask for their souls?
Just pay us in souls.
Yeah, just pay us in souls. Just pop them
Not
into
asking
some
much.
dagger.
Surely we learned that from the woman in whatever. I can't remember what you used to call her.
Hot fascist one.
Yeah, hot fascist woman. That's it.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know. I think you've met several.
Yeah, the main one.
The main one. Imperatrix.
Yeah.
Grand Imperatrix. Yeah.
That's it.
Also, speaking of armor, Potter, here's my ogre bracelet.
Oh.
Oh.
We talked about that last week.
Yes. Bracelets of ogre strength.
Yeah.
Oh, I like these. We've not been doing much weight, so I'll. What do I do with them?
And Tim, how strong does that make him?
It depends on if you've got the attunement slot for it.
Otherwise, it's
if you
just a
want to stack-
bracelet.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
just, well, they're the big chunky braces, like gauntlets. Right.
This part I was like,
So I'm just literally dragging my knuckles along the floor.
Yeah.
How can I check that?
If you go to your character sheet, if you go to
Yes.
equipment,
Yes.
and if you go scroll right down to the bottom, it'll say how many pieces of magical items you are equipped to and how many slots you've got left, if you have any at all.
Hang on. Equipment.
Yes, you only have one attuned, so you have 2 attunement slots. So yes, you can have the gauntlets of ogre power.
Give me
I'll add
those
that to your
ogre
character sheet
power.
now. Currently, your strength is 14 plus 2.
Where's equipment?
Your
Inventory.
Inventory, yeah. And then you click on it.
It is okay. Yeah, it's the.
Yeah. And now you've attuned to it. Your strength is now 19 plus 4.
Oh, yes.
You could do that because it takes you more than an hour to walk down the different concentric circles of the Thunderdark. So you can start wearing them, flexing your knuckles, and suddenly you feel like Popeye.
Look at my arm.
In a spinach. Yeah.
Look at my arm.
Are you still tiny? Are you still like a twig? Like as in
Yeah, I'm still scared.
gangly and like
Yeah.
that, just really strong.
Lean.
Crazily strong.
Lean. So, hang on. So I've got 19 strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do now, yeah.
Who does that make me stronger then?
Mike?
Yeah.
Stronger than Mike?
It's all right.
No. Nice.
Pip?
Nice.
You're stronger than Pip?
Yeah.
I think. Let's double check, make sure. Yeah, Pip. Yeah, Pip's on 10. Mike's on 9. Not stronger than Aya though. Aya's got 23.
obviously the strongest. Who else?
What about
No. So, anyways, let's knock on the door. Knock really loud.
But Chad?
Let's knock.
So Chad buries his axe into the door. These are very tall, thin doors as well that kind of concertina in as they open up into a very, very grand, ornate library that has a multitude of magically imbued gems that bathe the library in almost a kaleidoscope of colors. But once you get used to the different color spectrums, you notice that they are almost denoting different sections of the library. So color coding them for ease of use for people, for both the people that work here and those that wish to browse a particular topic. Next to you, indeed flanking either side of the 2 doors, are statues of dwarves that as soon as you step in goes, "Hi! Welcome to the Grand Library of the Thunderdark. Should you have any questions, please go to the front desk and ask one of our stewards. Knowledge is power, and power is key.
Question.
Welcome to the Grand Library of the Thunderdark."
Pretty
And it just
aggressive
repeats.
for a library, to be honest.
Yeah.
This place is usually chill.
It's not actually that. It's these 2 things just shouted at you. So it doesn't seem particularly. There's no shush signs, and people aren't being specifically quiet. Although there are people reading, so I suppose it is quieter than your average dwarven.
You should,
what I mean.
shush them.
Isn't it really distracting if every time someone walks in, this machine just yells, "Welcome to the library"?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It is pretty distracting. So there we go. Dwarves, maybe they've got a policy of you just don't stay here and read, you take everything else, or perhaps there's specific rooms in here that have the silence spell cast upon them, so no one can hear in or out. Maybe that's the thing.
Maybe.
Can we see where the front desk is?
Yes, about 30 feet in front of you, there is a cylindrical desk where there are currently 2 dwarfs in robes with their hairs like head hair, beard hair, some even of wizened age even braid their eyebrows, which I'm very much looking forward to when I'm about 80. Working behind the desk, currently sort of sorting through cataloguing books, writing in ledger, and doing librarian things.
Just before you do anything, the last time we approached a library desk, we started a fight and I almost died. So just.
So
What did we ask them? Did we tell them to shh?
Yeah, they were being too loud. That was the university. Remember, we got beaten up in the library.
Yeah, but that guy was looking for a fight.
We did ignore everything he said. And tried to steal
yeah,
from him.
and then tried to go to the vault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Without starting a fight, I feel a little distracted, and I'd like to ask the front desk where they keep their heaviest books.
Oh, hello there. Yeah, you're looking for one of our biggest tomes, are you?
The biggest.
Oh, I'd say that is Grandolin's Grimoire of everything dwarf.
Where would one find Grandolin's Glamour of
Right. It's so grand and heavy. We have to have it on the bottom shelf over here, my lad. So you just go over to the red section, and you look under G, and you'll be able to find it there on the bottom shelf.
Why is it in the red section?
It's on the red section for local knowledge.
Oh, fascinating. Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay, Pi, can you go with him just in case he struggles with that?
Already on it? Are you
Wow.
with it?
I'm gonna enlarge the book now.
I'm just,
I'll show you.
I'll be a spotter. I'm literally just going to be there with fingers just underneath, just lifting it.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go lift this book a couple times.
Okay.
Above my head, and my back, over my tail, under my tail, through my abs.
Okay,
I'm
can
just
you roll
looking at Ayo,
an
gonna be like-
athletics check for me, please?
I was gonna have a hernia of it.
Your DC for lifting a book of such grand size is 16.
I got a 23.
You're fine. Easily pick up Grenadin's Grimoire of everything dwarven, and with your tail, everything.
What would I need to roll if I wanted to then pick him up whilst he's holding it?
Actually, yeah. What is your? Oh, hold on. I'll have a look at Chad's inventory. You're wearing 83. You're probably about another 200, 300 pounds. All in, Chad's about 300 pounds of Chad meat and equipment.
Okay.
And I'll say that Parter, now that you are
Hench.
indeed, that's a good word. I need to find out exactly what your carrying capacity is now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Strength.
Why don't you do this one? Go find
Once
other
they've done this, I want to speak to this person.
There is a strength check. There's a lifting score. Where is it? Other strength checks, force. Lifting, carrying. Here we go. Carrying capacity, carrying, push, drag, or lift. You can push, drag, or lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity. So what's your carrying capacity? Strength score multiplied by 15. Okay, right, maths. Cool.
Why do I always make
19
you do
times
maths?
15 equals 1. That's 9 times 15. 19 times 15. There we go, Tim. Okay, and your weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity. So times that by 2.
Yes.
Yeah, you can easily pick up Chad.
Easily.
Yeah, Chad's 300 pounds, and Parter can now lift 570 pounds.
How heavy is the book?
Whilst Chad's doing that, I'm just going to say, "Oh, sorry, Chad. There's a book just behind you. I just want to get to." And I'm just going to pick him up under the armpits whilst he's holding the tome.
The book's about 80 pounds, which is huge for a book, but
Yeah.
obviously it's not adding enough to. Yeah, so you just as you're repping with a book, just feel powerful hands
worst day
around
of
your
my
waist, just lifting you up.
Oh, sorry, Chad. Sorry.
How strong are ogre bracelets?
they are magical items, so they're usually impervious to anything that's non-magical.
Okay.
Gonna rip him off his wrist.
I will find a way. Leave
Do
it to
not
me.
cut my wrist off.
It's fine. I'll find
Hang
it.
on. Could
So
I,
you might well just not destroy the
hang on,
gauntlets, but
hang
you
on.
could chop his arms off.
Can I wear gauntlets when I've only got technically one arm and a ghost arm?
Oh,
And
shit,
yeah, your
yeah.
ghost arm can wear it. Yeah,
Okay,
Oh.
well, cool.
What's the name again?
It's fine.
but it's a gauntlet, and then it's like a section of just purple transparency, and then your
Even
arm.
cooler. That looks even better.
And there's a bit of a delay effect as well when you're moving your left arm. So like you move your arm and it kind of drifts back up because of the weight of the gauntlet now.
Can you talk to her a few more times? I feel like you just kind of like ignore her now, but she's still
we're
there.
just we're having a bit of chill time.
And a bit of chill time for a month.
Yeah,
each other some space.
I didn't forget about her at all.
You didn't. I know you didn't. Why would you?
Yeah, exactly.
She only lives inside your body.
I'll come back to her. It's fine.
Leave her unread.
Be back in a sec.
Well,
So, Mike, you want to go back to the desk and talk
Yeah.
to...
I wanted to ask a bit about the library, how well attended it is, and if they're ever looking for any events like book reading events, because we're a traveling group where one member of our party has a really awesome book and travels around and reads chapters from it. And if they were looking for such an event, we can fulfill this.
Interesting. Number one, what does Mike look like right now?
Mike looks like Joanne.
Joanne. Nice. Not dwarven Joanne, just regular human Joanne.
No, just regular Joanne.
Yeah.
Just one of the ordinary people of the crowds.
Yeah, I feel like Joanne reads smart, so that probably makes sense.
And Mike doesn't.
You get that right. No, Mike's not got time for that shit.
Mike's a bit distracting, I think. Oh, so no, that sounds all right. We haven't had anyone come down here do a book reading for a while now, and we've not had a lot of visitors recently, so I think that would be quite nice. When were you thinking about it?
I was thinking maybe we could, to help bring in some more visitors, that we could maybe do an evening.
Oh, sounds lovely.
Maybe, ticket it. We can get some little profit, as we do need a bit of an appearance fee for this, but we do have a franchise of inns, and this is also part of our franchise where we travel with book events, and thought,
Oh,
you
wow.
might like this.
Tell me what your name you're in. What franchise do you? Was it any that we know?
The Golden Showers Inn, the two showers,
The Golden Shower Inns.
Return of the Showers,
The Stinky Octopus,
Trevor's Tinkle,
the Musty Pants Inn,
What's the last one that we called?
Smelt Piss Room,
Was it the Friendly Boys?
the official Sutton Shore Shark Tinkle Tavern.
That one. These reel off.
Yeah. Okay, so you reel off all of your. I see a little theme in all of you.
Yeah,
Naming
just
conventions.
wait till you
Yeah.
see the theme of the books.
Oh. Joanne / Mike, can you please roll for me a persuasion check, as she looks slightly more uncomfortable about entertaining your reading.
She looks uncomfortable at the piss or the smut.
Oh, she doesn't know it's smut yet.
Oh,
What,
she's really gonna take it.
performance?
They haven't divulged necessarily any content yet.
13.
13?
Yeah.
You can tell that she looks tentative, but is still willing to give you a chance. But would like to know more.
Okay.
So, what kind of book reading is it? Do you have what kind of novel, or is it fiction, non-fiction?
It's super exclusive. It's very, very cultured.
Sure. Okay.
And I would be very surprised if you actually stocked anything like this in the library, and it could be a new selling point. Not selling point because you don't sell books, you're a library, but we want to help you bring in the crowds, and this could be it.
Okay, well, I can obviously pass it up the chain. We'll see what evenings we've got free, and obviously we don't necessarily have the budget for any advertising, so We're happy to like put up any posters or you got any leaflets or anything like that you want to leave on our counter. That would be fine. But we can't really subsidize a book reading event per se unless it's like an established author or a book that we're familiar with.
Okay, that's okay. I think maybe we'll do it at a discount rate as it's the first one. It'll be so popular that you'll want us back.
Okay, well, I really hope that it goes down well. So good luck to you. I'll find out some times for you, and happy to browse around for a little bit, and then once I've spoken to my colleagues, I'll get back to you with a suitable evening.
In her face.
Yeah, thank you. She just shakes your thumbs up. And goes off to chat to her colleagues.
Okay. As much as we've interacted with Death enough, I don't actually know if we should ask the people that work here about the book. So I don't think we're supposed to be going around telling people that we have this book, or we don't really want them to know we have it. So we could look for like history of.
Yeah, figure out what the other colors are, and then narrow it down from there. Because red is local interest or local
history.
I forgot local history.
Yeah.
Is there a You Are Here board, Tim?
Yes, there is. Yes.
Great.
There's a nice wooden framed sort of like map that denotes the different parts of the library.
It's
Like the Dwarven decimal system.
Yeah. The Dwarven decimal system.
Is there anything in the vein of
there's an ancient history section
great
under turquoise.
Is there a butt section? Asking for a friend.
Yes, it's very, very small. It's right at the back, and it's mauve coloured or mauve.
That makes sense.
Mouth colored.
No, mauve or mauve.
Oh,
Mouth colored button section.
Christ.
It's poop coloured. No, there's no butt section.
Okay.
Is there an anatomy or a
anatomy?
Yeah, there'll be a biology section here.
Okay. What colour is that?
Yellow.
I'm just picking colours right okay, well, I'll go to the turquoise section and do our actual job first, but we'll stop by the butt somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And can I find the turquoise section and just see, have a browse through there and see if there's anything to do with, what was the guy's name?
Which guy?
The guy who wrote it, I have in my head that he drew pictures of himself in the back of the book, but I think that we just made that up.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, he's a knight. And his name is... So I've written it in my book and not anywhere else. Here we go. Archknight Beleriphus IV.
Great.
I don't know how you didn't remember that, Alice.
Yeah, come on, Alice.
I am going to look and see if he's done any more doodle books, but I imagine not. But I'm going to see if there's any other.
Good question, yeah. Are you going to go by yourself, Alice?
I think I happily have company, but it looks like Chad and Pat are fighting in a strength contest, and he's trying to sell smut to the dwarves. Yeah. So,
Mike's had her interaction and kind of is now at a loose end. So, Mike, if you want to join, Mike/Joanne, if
probably
you'd like
help to have someone who has that kind of.
Yeah.
So, I just in the background, like, am I just holding his axe and he's holding my other arm, and we're just kind of like this?
Yeah.
The book in between, a big, gigantic 80-pound book.
Yeah.
I will separate you two if we come.
But he started it.
I'm just trying to get my reps in.
Just face it, you're not the strongest.
Or even the second strongest.
Oh my god. This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah. It's such a bummer when the wizard of the party is not the strongest person.
So
I had a good run. If I had my other arm, I'd probably be strong.
Probably.
Fair.
Well, you shouldn't have sold it to a demigod.
Well, this is making me rethink everything. So
So let's just
Also-
unscrew this axe.
He has a ghost arm, so you should be pretty even.
fuck.
I'm pretty
You
sure he
said-
only accepted the ghost arm to like because he wants to be like you. That's the only reason he wanted the gloves, so that he can be more like you.
By the time you guys come back, there's going to be an axe stuck in Potter's arm, and my arm's going to be missing.
We'll find you a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find a ghost to fill that up. So it's Aya and Mike / Joanne. You go through. I mean, this place is huge. Like, it is a gigantic library. So when I'm saying there are sections lit up, like there's an entire floodlight on just one section right off in the distance. It's on the 3rd floor. There's a grand balconies that overlook the main floor of the library, and of course all the libraries are stacked up in books on the sides, and the whole thing goes up about 12 stories up, with flights of stairs at the front, the middle, and the back sections of it. There's also a big portcullis area off towards the back, which is a staff area / no patrons allowed restricted section. You wander off towards the turquoise, which is on the left-hand side, on the 3rd floor. It goes over several floors, in fact. And there are a whole bunch of desks there, reading areas, and there indeed is, in every section, there's little silenced areas where there is, over the year, an enchanter has come along and imbued one section of a table with the silence spell. So you can just walk in there and you can't hear anything and you cannot be heard once you step into that sphere of silence. So any noise out there, it doesn't matter how much noise you make, as soon as you step into the silence area, you're good to go with regards to reading. But you're faced with 1,000, maybe 2,000 tomes in the ancient, and it's not even one of the biggest parts, one of the sort of maybe smaller areas as well.
Mike, Joanne, do you have any magic that makes it easier to search through this?
You cast Fantasia.
Josh and I just start bopping in. What's that?
I don't think I do.
What's annoying
Yes? What is it?
is I used to have locate object, and I took it out.
Oh, what a mistake to make.
Would knock come in handy?
If there is a sealed tome, that would come in handy, yes.
Oh, there you go.
You're able to knock on wood, open that bad boy up.
I knock on wood.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Oh, ah. I mean, if you want to, Chad and Parter, after you've squabbled for as long as you want, you can always join your compatriots up in the turquoise ancient history section.
Probably would help to have the one who grew up in a library.
Would it? You say that.
You have Matt Aastrakhan, right?
That's true,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's anything worth reading in this big, giant 80-pound book that we're clearly lifting one more than the other, then it might be worth joining them or exploring around to see if there's anything else worth discovering, even though we're on a very specific mission.
If you guys look for this book, because I think you've got it as well, Chad, the book itself, like if there's anything by this night, if there's anything, we could split it up, like is there anything by the night, is there anything about the whole hashtag not my moon or whatever it was that we were talking about in terms of the moon stealing? Tim's looking at me. I know that's not what you said, but you know what I mean. And then
My moon.
hashtag not my moon. And then also, is there anything on like Asmodeus and all of that stuff? I doubt it because
Well, we know that, like, we know the name that it's something the fourth. Are the books arranged by author or by title?
They are arranged in chronological order,
Oh,
but by ages of the world.
oh,
And then within the ages of the world, they are by author.
That's probably
Oh,
actually better. Let's
wait.
just go to the really, really old stuff. Right?
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't
well,
break,
do
break
we-
out my sections to ages of the world for the first
We
time
would-
in 5 years.
we would know when the author lived, right? What's his name?
Yeah,
King?
Archknight Beleriphus the Fourth.
That's the one. Yeah. We would know what era he lived in
Yes, he was in a very early age of the world,
based on our brains that we use.
based on your big brain thinking.
Yep. Yeah, if we know that, then we can at least start there. And then if we're trying to find out other things about Asmodeus or anybody else, we can just sort of look at book titles and see if anything jumps out, like the Big Book of Black Holes.
Who's got the strongest? Because surely, like,
Big beast first, big black book, big black holes.
No.
Yeah.
What did you say, Josh?
I was going to say, who's got the best history out of all of us? Because surely we can just
-2.
Plus one.
-1.
+2.
Hey,
Hey.
there we go.
I mean, we can all roll for it. We might.
True. If
Yeah.
you're all having a look, all roll history checks for me, please.
Oh, natural one.
So -2, so
9.
9.
6.
Oof.
9.
Oh my god.
I feel like Pip's got. She got good.
Yeah, can Pip roll?
I'll roll. Yeah, I can roll for Pip. Why not?
It's probably somewhere concentrating on the mission.
Are we
Pip's
trying to
history
keep it?
is -1. You're all shit at history.
It makes sense.
But she did roll a 16, so she got a 15.
Hey.
Yeah.
So she's aware that Archknight Beleriphus IV lived straddling 2 ages. The age of the Cataclysm and the age of Renewal. So the age of Cataclysm was 0 AC to 83 AC, and the age of Renewal was 83 AC to 177 AC.
What are we now?
You are currently in the... Oh, I'm glad you asked. You're in what's known as the Age of Expansion.
Oh, okay.
Like an expanding black hole.
That's why they call it that.
Exactly.
So, the Age of Cataclysm thing describes like the mass evacuation of the East Coast in response to the Cataclysm. Age of Renewal explains the slow growth of civilization along the coast as the skies themselves clear from the ash that was kicked up from the meteorite impact.
Okay. Well, then, is there a straddle section?
It's
No,
a very different subject.
but there'll be 2 sections that you can look in. And
That's
now
where
you
I'll
know
put
that his
everything.
name is Archknight Beleriphus IV. You assume
We
he
can
goes.
look in
You
both.
assume he goes. He's under B for Beleriphus IV, comma
We were going to bees anyways.
Archknight.
But
Okay, we go to the B's anyway.
Valerian black holes. Bits.
Archbishop
Beleriphus, back
Buckley.
holes and butt. Well, I've got the name for the stream anyway now.
it's on the interest.
Beleriphus, buttholes and.
Buttholes. No one said
No.
buttholes, Tim. That is-
Timothy.
Tim.
Let's go
It's your
explore the
fault.
bees then.
Archbishop Butthole
Tim.
the Fourth.
Beleriphus,
Um,
black holes and butts. There we
at least we won't be looking very long in either section.
Yeah, we narrowed this down pretty quick. Good thing we know history.
go. Can you all 4 of you roll an investigation check to try and
Yes.
find the books that you require?
11.
11,
10.
10.
14.
Natural 1.
I'm so shit.
Josh.
Can Pip roll?
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Pipkin. What's their investigation? It's +4. Josh done pretty well then. AK Parter. Oh, sure, natural 1. So 5.
Oh shit.
So Parter, you're the seeker of everything knowledgeable about Beleriphus IV. and you do find one book that's been authored by Bellerophon IV, and you find a second where he has been referenced as part of a book as well. So he's an author of one, and he's had some of his works cited in another book.
Right. We've got these two. I'm just there, just wrapping them.
I'll take those off your hands.
All right.
So this book that cites Bellerophon IV is actually written by a dwarven author, and he is an astronomer, and he set up he's talking about Bellerophon's work at triangulating the night sky in relation to the celestial bodies, one of which now has obviously been destroyed. And so it's now the study of the ring system that's appeared around the world as a result of the destruction of one of the moons, and how that relates, like the ring's radiation, and how that's relating to interesting magical effects and their focuses on what once was called the continent of Viserius, but now is known as the Risen World. He believes that there is some kind of focused radiation, celestial radiation, that is now being absorbed and redirected by this new ring system that goes around the world.
And he doesn't go into any detail?
No, that's a lot of that's his research. He's now part of a group of dwarven scientists that are creating an observatory to study this celestial phenomenon.
Where is it?
Yeah, two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Have we already been to this observatory, and are there any other named scientists in that book?
There are named scientists in that book, but they died 1,800 years ago.
Did they write?
Sorry?
Did they write books?
Yeah, they would have written books as well. When you go in, they study. They have started. It's more of a religious society as well as a scientific society, because the celestial bodies themselves are the playground of the gods, effectively. This is going to take you several hours to study. You're going to start referencing, going down kind of a rabbit hole of cross-referencing all these books and finding where the tag leads. So, sorry?
It's like Wikipedia links.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Except just way more inconvenient and heavy.
The original Wikipedia link.
The original Wikipedia link. A library.
Literally.
Yeah. How long are you willing to stay here for?
How long do we have?
What time does the library close?
The library does not close.
Then we have all the time.
Well, no. Do we have any urgent Iris?
Oh, now you want to come to our...
I was having a satisfactory day, and now I'm the third strongest in the group, and I'm not having a satisfactory
okay, fair enough.
Can I use Iris for emotional needs? That's not fair.
Therapeutic support?
Yeah.
Well, can we check in with Iris just every fucking time?
Hello, I am Iris, your interactive record and itemization system. You have 10 reminders and 5 pending quests on your itinerary.
Can you tell us if anything's urgent within 72 hours?
One moment, accessing your reminders and quests.
Does that sound fair? Do we need more time?
No.
I feel like 3 days is a long time to be...
You need to send a message every 4 days to Tilbert at the Tinkle Tavern. This is due in 3 days.
Okay, fine.
Perfect. And also, we've got that in there, but it doesn't really matter.
Reminder 5. You need to read the smutty shelled smut book. Take a ride to Fucktown once per day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On it.
That'll break
You
the ball.
You have a reminder in the next 1, 3, 4 days to go to the Thunderdark for the Terranolcan twins.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Parter, you must be friendly to Popeye. This reminds you every 4 minutes. You're due to phone Blackmire in 4 days. in every 1.3 days, I need to remind you to get this guy off my moon.
That's what we're doing. We're doing that right
That's
now.
what we're doing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And every day I need to play you Napnar's messages.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any new ones, Iris?
Iris, yeah, play.
There are no new messages from Napnar since you accessed your messages
Should we
4
leave?
hours ago.
Is he okay? Should we go? Should we find
I
him?
do not have this information.
Should we go see him right now?
Also, there may be one related quest. Quest 13. Go to a library and look at a book. Love, Chad.
Check.
Done that.
Would you like me to mark Quest 13 as done?
Yeah, let's do it.
Quest 13 has been completed.
It's on my gun.
Okay.
If you'd like to add an item to the list, please say add item. If you'd like to amend or delete an item or mark it as complete, please say amend item. If you'd like to make me repeat the list, please say repeat list. Otherwise, thank you and have a satisfactory day.
Have a satisfactory day.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
So we've got 3 days of reading.
Read books.
That's great. Is
Just-
there?
yeah.
Is there? So we want to read all the books that might be about just related to this moon thing. Is there any other things that do you want to split it up, or do
Yeah,
we
should
just want to focus on the moon stuff?
Well, it
'Cause that-
sounds like we're going down a bit of a wiki hole with the author, but I do feel like it's worth seeing if, even just on the spines, we can see anything that might be relatable about, saving the world. Dummy, how to.
Dummy's Guide to Saving the World.
Exactly.
Our hit list is get this guy off my moon related facts and cross references.
Yep.
Yeah.
Asmodeus and cults of lesser celestial beings, butt diseases,
But these are butt curses.
butt curses. Is there anything else that we want to put up there, or
Is there anything else that we like? I know we just had Iris cruise through all the pressing things, but is there anything else that we were going to go back to that it might be helpful to have more
There's
knowledge about?
the dead guy and his army that we keep procrastinating.
We don't know anything. We don't know anything about him other than that he's dead and in the ice, right?
He's dead in the ice, and also I'm pretty sure we went to that citadel where I think everyone died anyway, but they were bound to protect everyone from him or them or protect this force field, but they all died. And then we also, I'm pretty sure Mike, I don't know if you told us this, but didn't your sex god have some didn't he mention him?
Is there anything about Ewan?
That's what I was going to ask. Well, two things. One, I'm just trying to find my notes. So I need to find my notes from what Sex God told me. But also, I wanted to see if there were any books around sex gods or similar.
It might be in the book.
Because I'm trying to find a way of getting back in touch with them, because I have still a number of peeps to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't heard from him, then I'm getting a bit worried. So trying to figure out is if I can find something so I can get hold of him.
There's a vast religious section on which there is many books, scrolls, parchments, and references to each of the 25 gods.
Can we also look up any books on crabs? Giant crabs in particular?
Yeah. You can definitely look at the monstrous section, monsters, beasts, and other interesting creatures of the world.
Great.
In the queen section.
There's the ancient moon. There's butts. There's crabs. There's sex god. And and cult of Asmodeus and all of that.
And then our wiki hole.
Yeah, that was the moon stuff.
Yeah.
Get this guy off my moon. Hashtag get this guy off my moon is our priority for the next 3 days.
Okay.
But we also want to look at butts, crabs, cults, and sex gods.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go from least important to most important. So crabs.
Ugh. Of course.
I like that you put crabs in the butt. So.
Crabs and butts. Who wants to research crab? Are you all researching crabs? One of you researching crabs? Two
There's
of you?
5 different things, so we might as well split it one each.
Gonna
Do you,
split one
think
each?
so, or do you think we should start with the highest priority and then whittle down? Because I don't want to spend 3 days reading about crabs.
I mean, don't you?
Really like crabs.
Well, okay,
Like
you can do. Well,
We
you
all
can do most
the
important.
first one. Yeah,
Let's
And
all do
then-
the first one, and then we can all go do our own
side project.
personal missions.
Gotcha. What do you consider? I have assumptions, but I've learned long ago my assumptions aren't necessarily all automatically correct. What do you believe is the most important thing to research?
Obviously, the hashtag get this guy off my moon.
Okay,
Right?
cool.
But
Butts.
Butts. Okay, butts. I thought so.
hashtag get
With
this
regards-
guy off my moon, and then it's I feel like sex god and cult of Asmodeus,
Yeah,
and
Right.
then butts, and then
Yeah.
Then butts and crabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Then butts and crabs. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. So hashtag get this guy off my moon. What specifically are you looking for when you're trying to get this guy off your moon?
any more detail on where this. I know that there was like suicidal monks that died without telling anyone where this thing that we had to get is, and so the thing that someone would have to get if they were going to be a moon god, what it is, where it lives. I know that they bury it somewhere in where we are now. If anyone knows what that is. Something about the door. I know that there was like patterns in the book that we copied. So like any insight into how we get into the door, because I imagine we can't just knock this time, even though we didn't even try that last time. So what is it? Where is it? How do we get in?
Right. Okay, great. I will say is that where, what, and how. We can split that over the 3 days. What and how. It's you already know from the book, the tome that you have, that this information was heavily guarded by, as you mentioned, this sect of very hardline dedicated monks and knights that preserve this information, and then once they had researched it, pretty much, as you say, killed themselves, and they would never be able to disseminate this information. So a lot of the information they intended to die with them. However, obviously some of that information has been recorded at some point, and who knows if anyone else has tried to follow those footsteps. That's what you're trying to find out now. So I've assigned a DC to where, what, and how, and during the day you can all pair up to give one of you an advantage on your rolls to try and get that DC for each one.
What are we rolling for?
You'll be rolling history,
History.
which I know
Okay.
is everyone's favorite.
Well, we've got 2 +1s and
I'm a
I'm
minus
out,
two.
right?
Yes.
I'm
You're -2.
I'm +1.
I'm
You're
plus
+1.
2.
You're
It does,
+2.
but as we found out, it doesn't make a difference because
Yeah, but it could.
hopefully.
Well, that's why we would pair up, right, to even each other out.
Well, you can pair up, and one of you will give the help action to the other, and that person will roll with advantage. So I would suggest whoever's got the +2 and the +1 is the one that is rolling with advantage.
You and me, Mike.
There we go. Yep. So Parter is helping Chad, and Aya is helping Mike. So you get 2 rolls and both with advantage, because you're the ones with the +2s, right? The +1.
Wait, no. Mike's got +2. I've got +1.
Yeah. So you want someone helping you, Chad, so you get advantage.
Yes.
Someone with like a minus, because it doesn't matter about their minuses at that point.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Aya can help Mike.
So we
and
weren't trying to even out.
Parter.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's the person with the minuses. It doesn't matter because they're just giving you the help action,
Yep.
and the help action means that you are rolling with advantage.
Well,
I-
Potter's spotting me anyways.
Someone
True.
who's
Parter is
smart.
spotting you with his muscles and his mind. So day number 1, you are searching for where you can find this. Whatever it is. basically, I won't give any more information out of that because that's what you're rolling for. But your DC is 16.
Okay.
So both of you can roll. So Mike, you'll roll your D20. You get to roll with advantage. So you roll 2D20, and you take the highest result. And what you're looking for is a 16 in total. 1/6.
16.
There you go.
Shit.
How'd you do, Chad?
Oh, do you still want me to roll?
Yeah, you might as well.
I got a 3,
Mm.
and then a natural 1.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Oh boy.
So for a day, Parter, you get kind of dragged down
See how
the
the two of them distract each other. Like,
Yeah. Hasn't gone super
We both
well.
just lifted the book the entire time instead of
Yeah.
actually.
more and more frustrated.
Oh man, I can lift it.
But fortunately, Mike, you have found several tomes, scrolls, manuscripts that have been rewritten over the years that have given you some inclination into kind of what's going on with regards to the celestial bodies and this heart of Asarius that was written in the book of Archknight Bellerophus IV. Now, he mentioned that this was secreted somewhere in the mountain range of the Shadowmounts, of which Thunderdark is in one of its most southern points. Along with that cross-reference that you found earlier with the dwarf that was building the observatory to study the ring system, you establish that the heart of Asarius may very well be underneath that conflux of energy where that observatory was once built, deep in the heart of that particular mountain range. That's where you believe the heart of Asarius now lies.
Do we know where that observatory is? I know we mentioned it earlier, but I don't know if we got an answer. And she was just looking at where, but do we know where
Yes.
that is?
Yes. Yeah, you have now established that, and you know where, what part of the mountain range that observatory is. Though it is relatively lost to the annals, so there may need to be a little bit of exploration to find this lost observatory.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. No, it's all good. So yeah, you need to find the lost observatory of the dwarves from the Age of Renewal.
That sounds
Iris?
like a quest for Iris.
Okay. Where did I put Iris? There she is.
Or should we roll all of these and then give Iris all of the information at the
They
end?
will remember it for the next 10 minutes.
Fair enough.
Who's in charge?
Find the lost observatory. The lost dwarven observatory. From the Age of Renewal.
You know the baddie,
Which one?
As this or
the
the dead man.
the dead man.
Yeah.
Deadman.
I finally found my notes. And I'm just recalling. He has 6 fingers.
Yes,
Running
he does.
man, not 5.
Correct.
That's too many fingers, though.
He has what?
That's too many fingers, though. Wait, is it 2 thumbs?
It could be, yeah, like there's just an additional thumb.
What's up with the power?
Sorry.
That was it.
Oh,
purple
cool.
purple eyes and a decayed face like a jaguar.
Correct.
Hunched individual, 5.5. Leaning
Out of 10.
on wooden staff, wearing black gloves, 6 fingers, not 5. Purple eyes, decayed face like a jaguar.
Yeah.
I love that you've written that part down when, like, we know where he is. He's, like, riding, like, a dead dragon, Drakovich thing. And people keep telling us to go fight him, but you're like, I know what he looks like. He keeps me like,
I know what he looks like. That's it.
If we bump into him in a Waitrose, we'll know it's him.
on.
If he's got 5 fingers, it's not him.
No. You just got to try and high five everyone you see until you get to the 6-fingered man.
Remind me, Mike, like, did that come to you because your sex god wanted you to kill them? Is that why?
He
Or did you ask about him? Like, I genuinely can't remember. I remember the sex god telling you about the hunched necromancer man, but I don't remember why.
His finger.
What?
Yuan did mention him.
What? Sorry, Josh. What did you say?
The sex god wants his finger. I didn't mean it like that.
For what purpose? Why do you need the finger?
Yeah.
He said
Open
he was
to interpretation.
concerned. He was concerned a mortal made its way to one of the. No, that's what you told us. No, was that what he? I'm so confused. I was about to say I can't read what I'm writing, but it's typed out, so I can't read my own
I
notes.
just can't comprehend my own word order.
Yeah. Concerned immortal made its way to one of the moons and is in the process of already has destroyed one of the gods. Now concerning because of every link that's broke, the heart will go stronger. If someone gets the heart of the heart, there'll be as strong as 26 deities.
Is that's hashtag get this guy off my moon?
Yeah.
Is
And
that
then as I said this last time, sex god said, "Do me well, and I'll shower you." That's what it is.
I remember that.
There you are.
Which we've now copied as the slogan of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Dirty little bugger.
Dirty little bugger.
Yeah. Sorry. That's it.
Just to give you a little bit additional information from the because you rolled a 16. The observatory itself is called the Eye of Asarius,
Oh.
and it's built into an inactive volcano in the north of the Shadowmounts.
Wait, what?
It's built into an inactive
No,
volcano.
what are you just? What the eye of?
Oh, this is the observatory.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, that is supposed to be above the confinement area of the heart of Asarius.
You say it's built into a volcano.
Yes, inactive volcano, or at least it was back then. The last operator and astrologer of the Eye of Asarius was a dwarf called Wistobel Warshield.
Wistobel Wall Shield.
Yes, a female dwarf who has been documenting activity of the newly created ring system of
Ring
Risen World.
system scientist lady.
Yes. Ring scientist Warshield.
And we think that they're still alive and they weren't a scientist 1,000 years ago. I guess dwarves live a long time.
Dwarves do live a long time. Nothing has been. Oh, you're in the ancient history section, so it's really only detailing like when it was built and who used to invent it. It may still be active. You might have to look a little further into it in other parts of the library. But anyway, that was day 1 in the library. Now we're off to day 2, where you're looking for why. Why? What? Okay, same again. Now you can all pair up on day 2. Oh,
So that was like both of us were looking into the same thing. That wasn't too different.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It's a good thing we did.
One of the pairs were looking into.
Well, we both looked into it.
I
Looked a little
I
further.
feel responsible for it, to be fair, because I knew I was doing when I gave him those stuff, but I didn't think that it would bite us as quickly.
Yeah, that's fair. Got the wrong pen out. Silly me. That's not the crit the bed pen.
Tim, you fool.
I feel such a fool. What a fool. Picked out the purple pen. It's the pink pen I need.
God. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yes. Pick the pink pen, not the purple pen. Okay, cool. Today is now Tan Day of the 3rd week of Midfelt 1849 AC. T-minus 139 days to go.
I feel like it's always Tan Day.
Yours is Tan Day.
It's been 5 years and I'm still clueless when it comes to it.
I'm pretty sure you started it on a Tan Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it on your arm.
Oh no, wait, it's not actually minus.
I like a clock. I hope it doesn't say what day it is.
40, 39, 38. Sorry, today's 38. T-minus 38.
It's alright, none of us
Tan
would
Day.
have corrected you, Tim.
Sorry.
Wait, T-minus 38 days to Cataclysm?
So whatever happens when that number on her arm goes to 0.
Hang on, 38. Have we lost 100 days?
38. How did we...
you're on T minus 138.
Oh, 138.
138. I
Oh
heard.
yeah, not just 38. No, 138.
How long have we been in this library?
We wasted 3 days looking at butt stuff in the library. That's not okay.
Yeah,
No, just
Yeah,
read it.
50 days looking at crabs.
What's for the last 100 days?
Right. So second day, you feel refreshed. You're in here with some extremely strong dwarven coffees and some dense custard pastries, and you're ready. Yeah.
What flavor?
Any lemon tart?
There's no lemons. There's no citrus fruit down here.
Oh dear.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh, custard tarts are my firm number 2.
Silver medal there. Okay, now you're looking for what? So please roll again your combined history checks. So Chad, roll 2d20.
Are we keeping in the
And-
same teams?
Mike, you don't have to. You can swap over if you want Aya on your team this time, and Parter
Okay.
can
No,
go
it
to
probably
Mike.
makes sense.
Switch it up so you aren't
Consistency.
fucking around day
Gonna
2.
literally pick them both up. And
With your strength, you literally could pick them both up.
Do it.
You guys are just rubbing it in my face. At this point.
separate.
Yeah. Okay, so it's now the combo of Aya, the strongest member, and Chad, the third strongest member of the party,
Yep.
and Parter, the second strongest member of the party, and Mike / Joanne. So, Kahlil and Annie, can you please roll 2d20 and tell me what your highest result of the
7. 18.
Yay.
shit?
17. 9.
So 17 plus 2 for you, Annie?
Yeah.
19? And 18 plus 1 for you?
Mine
Also
was
19.
17 plus 1.
Or 17 plus 1, 18. Well, your DC was 18 for today, so you did it. Well done.
Did it.
Tomorrow's DC is 20. That's the hardest one,
Uh-oh.
which I don't
Straddling.
believe.
Straddling.
Yeah.
We use luck.
We're straddling.
If you got luck, you can use luck, yeah.
Can I? So if though I'm not rolling, but because I'm going to be with somebody, can I give them my luck if I've got luck?
I don't know.
Oh, actually, no. I've still got inspiration. I can give somebody my inspiration, right?
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely do that, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah,
Well, what's
that's tomorrow.
today's what?
That's tomorrow's problem. Today's a win.
Problem.
Today's a win. So you now know where it is. You now want to research into what the Heart of Ceres is specifically. Again, there's not everything here. You haven't found like a single tome that's like, okay, here's a big book of Heart of Ceres facts. You're having to piece. This is why it's taking you so long and why it's so difficult to do. You're having to piece bits and pieces, like cross-referencing, like just tangential, like scribblings of a monk when they are on their pilgrimage that they just happened across something. There's like an adventurer that maybe an adventuring party that went into a hall that found some writings on the wall, and you start having to cross-reference all this kind of gubbins all together. But what you piece together is what the Heart of Ceres is basically the heart of the world. It's like almost like a sort of a mother Gaia type of thing, where all of the energy, the conscience, the soul of any individual creature that lives on the world is contained in the Heart of Ceres. And what the gods did when they were here, they were large celestial beings, but they were one of the first peoples of the planet, and they were able to tap into this power and imbue themselves with godly power, which they then used to walk the world, and unfortunately fell to infighting. They then tried to gain more power, more dominion over each other by making the peoples of the world worship them, and worshipping them gave them more power. And eventually there was a big struggle on the world with these deities together, so much so that it threatened the very existence of the planet, the deities and the peoples here. So the mortals and the gods made a pact that the celestials would retreat to the sky and be ever watchful, and could still retain their power, but would have to remain isolated on their worlds. And they were able to do with these celestial bodies what they would. So they can terraform these places and make them a reflection of their personalities. And in exchange, all the mortals would then worship these 27 gods.
When you said that they tapped into the souls of
Yes.
all of the living, like, was there a physical thing that they were tapping into, or was it like sticking?
Initially, no, but when the gods but when the gods found they were able to do that, they went to kind of the lowest point of the world, where they're able. So it's like a well of power,
Okay.
and they created like an aperture or a focus, if you will.
A
to tap
butthole.
into that. Sorry,
A butthole.
All come together.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess one
Yeah.
of the books and butts that you managed to kind of
That's
made.
what practice.
That's what cracked it for. Yeah, that's what cracked it.
Wait.
Tim,
Tim,
just
You
bringing it
brought
all
this
down.
far. It's not my fault.
Poor Tim.
Just making it all so seedy.
Yes. God. We're just trying to
Um,
save the world here.
Yeah.
Tim, off my cat's innocent ears, man.
I'm sorry.
My
I'm so sorry,
cat's
Kat.
innocent. Oh.
Yeah, her butthole.
Buttholes innocent ears.
That's why I'm doing that, is to cover her butthole.
Hear no butts, see no butts, speak no butts. So you know that there are 25 gods. There's 25 moons, 25 gods. A lot of these ancient tomes refer to 26 gods in these ancient times. You now know enough that that one celestial body that was a home to a god that caused the cataclysm. Something destroyed it at some point in the history, which caused the cataclysm. So meteorite hit what was called the continent of Viserius, and basically caused a near apocalyptic event, and wiped out about 80% of the population and caused the rest of them to flee to the coast. There's also what's created the ring system. It's all the debris of that 26th moon. And it's also what's causing this radiation as well, this magical, celestial, religious, whatever you want to call it, radiance. And yeah, as you mentioned before as well, there is now a physical focus that was tapping into this, into the life force, basically. The Celestials have taken the life force that they have from Gaia, splitting it up into 26, now 25.
Yeah.
And whenever a god dies, that energy now returns to that focus, to then either to be put back into the world to recreate this sort of Mother Earth ever-giving, like benevolent deity, or to be distributed out to another god.
This is pretty significant, right? This is a big deal. So there's a sex planet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
The butthole planet.
There's a butthole planet and a sex planet. And
Well, this is the butthole planet.
You said
Technically.
this is a butthole planet.
There was a sex
We are
planet,
the
now all that's
citizen.
left is the butthole. That's all that's left of the sex planet.
you said 27 gods.
26.
I misspoke.
Oh,
I did say 27 originally. There's 20. There's currently 25.
I'll
There
amend
used
my
to be
notes.
26. Yeah, apologies. My bad.
The
It's because of my spreadsheet. Row 1 is the name, and then it goes down to row 27. I was like, oh, 27. No, but you got a -1 because that's the titles of them.
Right. So they get you.
Oh, you gotta put it in pink, Tim.
Got to put it in pink. Yeah, sorry. Just draw directly onto my screen.
When we read any of this, does Aya's eyes light up at all?
Do I set anything on fire?
Yeah, does
Accidentally,
she
like last time?
suddenly turn back into a planet?
Yeah, it becomes a planet. Just drifts off into the sky.
Solved.
No. Strangely enough, no. Like researching these specific topics does not trigger anything in her mind. She doesn't turn into a planet, or her eyes don't light up or anything like that.
As
She doesn't poop out a moon.
Poop out a moon.
Yeah.
Your
But-
mind is in the gutter today, Tim.
You really are.
It's not my fault.
You just got lowering the tone.
Now I know what Yaktor feels like.
We're in a library and you're just talking about shit.
I'm not there. Well, I'm technically also there, I guess, because I'm all of the librarians.
You've got a whole book of smut that you've technically written as well.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't argue with that.
do you have notes from that to give to Iris?
What do you mean?
Pumped it
Well,
off. Like,
just because
Well,
we're
you don't
going
wanna
to give
wait.
Iris all of these things, right?
Yeah, I think that the thing from the first one is that we have to go to the observatory that is built into the heart of an inactive volcano, and dwarf Wistobel Wall Shield,
Yep.
the ring system scientist lady.
Yep.
Because we think that's where the heart of Viserys is now, in
The
that
button.
mountain range. And we know from the book before that that's where the suicide monks were, and that there was a door that was protecting them, which is tomorrow's day. How do we get in? But for now, we know that that's what's there, and we know that it's the the heart of everything and all the people, and it's what the gods used to be moons.
It sounds like you got it all. I just wanted to make sure we didn't forget by the time we have to satisfactorize our.
We can make Iris say that every time we want to check our message.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
I'll
point.
just record this clip and play it back to you all.
Roll the tapes.
Roll the tape.
Okay, perfect. I was going to ask you something else and I've lost it. Never mind.
Was it about potholes or?
Probably. Maybe it was involved. It wasn't about, but no, it'll come back to me. I'm sure. What was it?
Was it about everything that we just learned?
Probably related. It's fine. It's okay.
You did ask if it was something that they touched.
Yeah.
Sure.
If it was something physical. Oh, did
Yes.
we lose out? Did you guys lose Alice? She's gone on my screen.
Yeah, she just dipped out.
yeah, it's just gone.
Okay.
Oh, she gone.
Making sure
All
we're-
that talk.
Oh,
All right. Well, whatever question I had will come back to me. I feel like this has been a productive day.
It's pretty deep, man.
Super deep.
I just wanted to do a book event, but
Still can. You can do a reading. You can do a reading at the end of it.
I'm not doing the reading, my friend.
Well, as long as you can just stand on a ledge and read about the Fuck Dragon, chapter 12.
It's a cultured book.
It's a cultured book.
Very, very conscious. Emphasis on the cult section of it.
Hold on. Here's the
Hello?
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Of the 26 original gods, how many do we know on a first name basis / do we know what they do, who they are?
You know all of the 20. You don't know that 26th one did, but you
Yes.
know all 25 others
We do know all
by
of them.
name and what they do. Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
And you know that all the moons as well are a reflection of their personalities. So, for example, like Saratin would be, or Saran, which is the god of light. You could expect that his moon is probably very bright. For example.
Well, okay, that's another good question. That this is probably something that you've told us before, and I've just forgotten. Can we see all of the moons in the sky?
Yes, not all at one time because they orbit. But
they
yeah,
all-
you,
we can't
eventually, if
see
you
them all.
yes, in your lifetime, you've seen all of the moons. Yeah,
Okay.
and you can see by colors as well. They are very identifiable.
Okay.
They're different. They're different sizes.
Okay,
They're also different shapes. Like not all of them are perfect spheres either. Some of
Right,
them
some of
are a little
them-
bit more asteroidy.
maybe a couple 20 sides on them.
Yeah, maybe one of them is a D20.
Okay, cool. I wasn't. That felt like a dumb question, but I
No,
realized
not at all.
actually
It's
asked
a good
that.
question.
How many suns are there?
2.
We knew that.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a blue dwarf, and
Yep.
then there's a red giant.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's when you get the red dawn and the blue dusk.
That's what they
Because
call
they
it,
set at different
the
times.
blue dwarf and the red giant.
Yes. But which one's which?
I mean, I think we all know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Right? It's me, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, the brief rundown of the 25 gods that you know are Saran, Perithit, Gawain, Freya, Angua, Abris, Pascav, Tremere, Ione, Khan, Yarn, Solomatite, Gawina, Yuan, Perinuptra, Aztate, Lymir, Bitnara, Mizarius, Clemane, Tantus, Thopire, Bramatax, and Nerva, and Hospertus.
We've only met a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
Is
would
it-
know them anyway, because it's public knowledge.
It's like you're going through the names of the dwarves in The Hobbit.
Yeah. It was,
Sleepy, Sneezy.
yeah, goddess of sneezing, god of being dopey, god of 420. So that was day 2. So you all got bloodshot eyes and hunched over backs from the day of reading. You'll retreat back to the little place that you've rented out, a nice dwarvish tavern, and then you come back for day 3. So I'm going to get my little pig pen. Now 137 days until whatever happens on the arm.
All right, Tim.
Probably nothing. It's probably a red herring.
Probably.
How many days did we start with?
360.
Actually,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
jeez, that's more time than I thought.
What have you done?
It's all right. So we got about 2.5 years yet to go.
Yeah, we're fine.
2.5. What?
A real
Really?
Oh, you mean in this time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
2.5 years to sort shit out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably sort itself out, to be honest.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, just leave it until the night before. It's never failed anyone.
Yeah.
Just cram on that last day on day 1.
Exactly.
Worst comes to worst, we'll cut off Aya's arm on the night before.
It's worked for you. So.
Yeah. Actually, I've just noticed there's lots of arm stuff in my game.
There are lots of arm
There's
stuff.
lots of arm stuff, there's lots of butt stuff, there's lots of...
There's not lots of butt stuff. There's just arm stuff.
Loads of butt stuff.
Lots of sex gods.
Loads of butt stuff.
Yeah.
It's lots of incestuous twins, Tim.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yes, she did.
This is
I
all,
haven't done that.
all in your brain, Tim. This is all creative.
I feel like we should roll the tapes on this.
Butt stuff.
The only reason he thought he was a sex god was because I said he was the.
It's all about the leather hat.
I told you who's the god of darkness, duplicity, and leatherworking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's a leather daddy, so he's a sex god."
Also, Tim, you're the one going straddling and like you know.
we could read between the lines.
I didn't say that. Kahlil said that. I made that gesture.
No, you said it.
I'm pretty sure that was you.
You did.
I mean,
You said
Yeah,
straddling.
but you did that. That
No,
made
you
it
did
loose
it.
somehow.
You did it. We're just copying you.
I feel ganged up. Wish Ellie was here and no one else.
If Ellie was reading
Should be
this
honest.
book, which would
Yeah.
It's
all
true.
evidence against.
Anyway, so we're on day 3 of in the library. You're now figuring out how to get into how to access the heart of Viserius underneath the Eye of Viserius in the inactive volcano in the north of the Shatter Mountains. So, which pair would you like to be pairing off today? Yesterday's pair or the original pair, the OG pair? So, do you want it to be Chad and Parter or Chad and
I
Aya?
think day 2 pair.
I
Sure.
really
Day
like
two
the day 2 pair worked out pretty well for everybody.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I can
So-
give luck. I can give luck as well to whoever I'm.
And Mike has luck as well.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, all right, great. So, grab your dice, people.
Cool.
Cool, excellent. Right on, dudes.
Great.
Audacious.
Rad.
Fantastic.
I got a 15.
I got
Oh, your
a-
DC. I did mention it earlier, but to reiterate, it's 20. DC 20.
Yeah, I
Needs
know.
to
I
be
got a
saved.
15 and I got a 5.
Right. So you might need.
Mike.
I got a 12 and a. Ooh, I got a. Not a natural 20, but I got a 20.
Oh, you got a 20.
18 and then plus 2.
You didn't even need any of the shit.
Fuck yeah, nice.
Come on, Mike.
That's what
Bruh.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have to look at my.
Didn't expect that, did you, Tim?
I was hoping for it.
Sure you were.
Wow.
You're hoping
You and your legendary book.
you wish, Tim.
Doing my legendary crabs.
Legendary library.
Just legendary fuck your library. Start throwing shit around.
Let's
Your
burn
library.
this fucker to the ground.
Yeah. I wrote this so long ago, it's in a book and not in there. Ah, Venus the Forager. What? He's a guy. He's out there.
It's not your fault.
Wieners.
Venus the fart.
Yeah, he's a little halfling forager guy called Venus.
Sorry.
I mean,
Josh, have you seen the shorts when they're like, every one of us is a wiener?
So,
No?
I don't know what this is.
So out of everyone, you would have also. Okay.
No.
Every one of us.
I do like that you called Josh out at that. You know
Yeah.
this, right?
Hey, Josh,
Everybody
you
wanna
know this.
swing.
Josh, you see
But
these
you know
videos?
this. Every one of us is a wiener.
I've only watched it because of my child, and I thought because you also have child.
Bluey shorts.
No, not Bluey.
Oh, what shorts?
Illumination.
Are you gonna
No.
make us watch Bluey again next weekend?
I wasn't there.
Yes, you were. That's
No,
why.
I think you'd left by that point.
No, we never watched it. It was if you guys had stayed, that was what you
Oh.
wanted to watch.
We will watch it. Watch the one that I cried at.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim.
No, I'm sorry.
One of
No, all
us
good.
is a
We're
wiener.
vamping. Fine.
We're going to watch that Wiener song.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Nice.
Nice.
We also have to make toasties, remember? Oh yeah, Kahlil, what's your toasty choice?
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, yeah. Question from chat.
What's your favorite grilled cheese sandwich?
What would you
Hmm.
put?
Sandwich?
What would you put in a grilled cheese like sandwich or toasty?
Like any choice?
Yeah.
Once he's come out with his bit,
We have to tell him.
I realised after the chat last week that there's a cheese that I didn't specify that I completely
You
forgot
can
about.
still you can add a specified cheese as long as you're not fundamentally changing the recipe.
Okay.
So
I mean, you can't really go wrong with any of them, but like if I had to choose one, it'd be a croque madame.
Oh,
Okay.
Ham and cheese with a fried egg?
nice.
It's a good choice.
Ham and cheese with a fried egg.
Yeah, croque madame.
We have to make all of these next week.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, yeah. That's why we were talking about it.
That's right. Gruyere is the cheese I'd add in, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it.
That's
we
what-
were talking about this. That was
That's
one
what we
of
spoke about for like 2 hours last week. Debating the best cheeses.
Gruyère's a good pick. I'm down with that because it's good. It's good cold and it's good melted.
Mm.
What was yours again, Josh? What was your
Mine was
Worcestershire.
with Worcestershire and Marmite. Marmite's the secret
Ooh,
sauce.
interesting.
Although I am a big fan of croque monsieur, not madame.
It's a good choice.
Croque monsieur.
So you're spoiling us.
We were talking about the truffle brie.
Oh, the truffle brie.
Mm,
I mean, that can be done in a week.
I
still.
would like the truffle brie to be.
Okay.
Bait.
Okay. I will work on that this week. Where were we? Tim?
Yeah, okay.
Ordering
Um,
the shop.
Really hungry.
Yeah, we put. I've written down your orders for
Great.
grilled cheese sandwiches. Yes, you eventually find basically what it looks to be a collection of manuscripts that have been tied together, like bound in like a leather, just two leather plates, basically, off to one side, almost forgotten about, really. And it wasn't because if it wasn't for your last 2 days of research, you could have very easily have just glossed over this because it didn't seem to really have any bearing on what you're researching. It just seems to have been a sketch by someone that's passed through these caverns at some point, maybe about 500-600 years ago, and happened to have sketched the door because it looked particularly ornate and unusual. This individual might not even realize that it's a door, but you've tracked their annals, their kind of their journal, and it coincides with going through this part of the Shadowmounts. They mentioned an inactive volcano, and they took shelter in these caverns during a particularly bad blizzard. And it was in those caverns where some part of it had collapsed over the years that they worked their way into this grand chamber, which was blocked off by a huge doorway with an ornate indentations, multiple indentations in the doors that they sketched out in charcoal and has then been since copied and refined slightly from the original and has been placed in amongst all these manuscripts. More as just like an addendum or a footnote or just something interesting. With that, it looks like you think that the doorway can only be opened by certain individuals and or artifacts placed in the recesses of this grand doorway. You believe that the knight, Archknight Belerius IV, sealed away all of this knowledge behind this doorway, and then perhaps distributed some of these artifacts in the world in case anyone ever needed to access this. But it was so obscure and oblique that no one would think to combine all of these things together. And when you, what they look like is there are two at the top. Really, it's kind of a collection, almost like it almost looks like an Art Deco or an Art Nouveau piece, where it's all collected. All these indentures are collected. There are two sets of wings on one side, so two pairs of wings. Crossed from those wings together are two double-headed axes.
Two
double-headed axes. Yeah.
Fuck! Potter, you're gonna have to lose another arm.
No, you've got 3 more limbs.
True.
Got a tail.
Yeah. There are two like dagger indentations underneath these two axes pointing at one another.
Mike, how many do you have?
How many? What?
Daggers.
There were 3.
Oh, daggers to spare.
And then there is right in the center where all of the wings, the axes, and the daggers are pointing towards. There is an indenture of a tree encompassing and growing out of it all.
Who's got a tree?
It's not all about us. This is like when we saw that dragon when there was like 5 dragons on the wall and we were like, oh, one of them must
It's us.
It's us, we're the
It's not
dragons.
all about us.
I've got a sprig of
5
mistletoe.
narcissists wandering around D&D.
I mean, to be
I've got a sprig
fair,
of mistletoe.
that could be Potter or Pip.
Yeah.
And then right in the center of that, where that indentation for a tree would be, is a tiny
Frog
pair of arrow slits.
That is Pip.
I mean, if we were all dragons, we would resemble this.
What?
Oh, pretty well. I'm just saying.
Those aren't words. That makes sense.
I mean, feels like this is meant to be.
So we got to go into
Wings, axes, daggers,
3
Arrows.
3 in the middle,
and arrows.
and arrow slits in the middle of that.
Accompanying each of these individual things, they aren't by themselves. So they are the focal point of this person's kind of charcoal sketching. Each axe, dagger, and pair of wings has also got its own corresponding indentation of a body holding it.
What shape are the bodies?
It's I'm gonna roll an investigation check on this because this
Everybody, not just me, right? Don't. we
yeah,
just-
if you're all gathered around it, you can give if you wanted to, you can give other people the help action and forego your own roll if you think someone's got a higher chance of rolling a perception.
I've got -1, so I'm happy to.
Wait, are we
Okay.
doing perception or investigation?
Investigation, actually, yes.
Investigation.
I'll help.
I got 14 in total.
Did you roll twice to take the highest?
Oh no, sorry.
No.
16.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Did you roll twice?
Yeah. I got a 4 on the first one.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
Mike, again, it's something that's been copied over the years as well, like copied and copied. It hasn't really
Wait.
been.
Is this the time for luck?
Ah, okay, yeah. Would you like to use your inspiration for Mike to
Particularly-
roll again?
Oh yeah. Inspiration cast done.
Okay, done. Mike, you can roll again.
Do I have to use this next one?
No, you can still use the highest.
Okay.
It'll replace your lowest one.
Make sure it's higher.
No, it's back to 14, so 16.
16.
Sorry.
Does anyone else have inspiration?
I do. I'll give it to her.
Okay, you can roll again, Annie.
Why don't you roll it yourself?
I do, but I don't know how I've got it.
Just from being inspired.
Yeah, it's from being inspirational.
I'm never.
You inspire us, Addy.
Addy?
I remember her name.
Hi, Addy, you inspire us all.
It's so inspiring. Right, you know?
So
Everyone of us
inspiring
Oh no, cat.
you.
Yeah, the one in the corner, you inspire us.
Really tired.
That's Nick Cage in the corner.
Yeah. Why is he moving towards the camera?
Now it's just getting lower.
You know, you said that just as the cat was in front. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It actually looked like he was moving. It's scary.
Oh.
No, that just got lower. That was 13.
And Annie, you've got a final inspiration.
Yeah, I just used mine.
Oh,
Oh, I used-
Cleo's got one for you.
Cat, get off.
Cat, roll inspiration.
16 is still
Right.
tops. 2 16s.
2 16s. Okay.
That's 32, right?
32. Pretty good.
Oh, well, you know everything, always, ever.
Hold on a second. Each
Hello.
inspiration, am I rolling once or twice?
Once more.
Okay, fine.
With a 16, again, as I mentioned, the details are difficult because it's basically a copy of a copy of a copy of a charcoal drawing, and it's probably been changed over the time. But you think you can make out some of the individuals. The one pair of winged looks like a big, chunky suit of plate mail probably fits in there. One of them. One of the axes looks to be held by a human figure, so it doesn't have a tail or a snoot.
It's not adding up.
No,
Almost. We got the first
almost.
Okay.
That's it. Any
How
more?
tall is the
And-
human figure?
Roughly about average height, like maybe 5.5 feet tall,
So it could be.
and is holding it with both hands.
Because he's not strong enough. So
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah.
Please.
Third,
Weakling.
third tallest.
let's not
right?
rule it out.
Third tallest, yeah.
Is it just these two?
And the final one of the dagger holding people, looks to be quite short, like maybe about 4.5 feet tall, and has a tail and ears.
It's the pooch pals.
Why would the pooch pals be ancient guardians of the...
Why are they dogs when they were?
I don't know, you might be right. I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
They did actually used to be like not dog adventurers.
That's true. That wasn't my first thought, but
Iris.
Okay, well, hold on.
we don't actually know where the pooch pals are.
Was that Irish saying?
Well, no, but not for the pooch pals. But God damn it!
Hi.
Every time. Every time.
Hello, I am Iris. You're in. Well, you know this. Well, how can I help you?
Sorry, Iris. Can you give us less stats? Sorry
It's
for
been
waking
like
you
20
up.
minutes, Iris.
Sigh. Hello, I am Iris, your interactive record and itemization system. You have 10 reminders and more than that now.
This is an inconvenience.
7 pending quests.
Yeah, did we call it a bad time?
No time is a bad time for you, my friend.
That's not like it.
Well, Aya has updates for you.
Oh god. Do I have
Would you
say
like
it
to
again?
add to your quest line?
Yeah. Can you go to the observatory to meet the ring system scientist lady?
in a
In
inactive
an
or
inactive-
an inactive?
Inactive volcano.
Are we
Inactive.
sure? Are we, Tim? What do you
In an active volcano.
say? In inactive.
In an active volcano.
In
Inactive.
In an active.
In
In
an
an
active.
in
in an active volcano.
no.
I'm glad that you did that because my notes literally say
In an inactive volcano.
In and inactive.
In an inactive volcano.
Okay. Great. Cool.
I still don't. I'm not clear which one it is.
No. It's so. At least when we got these notes, the volcano was inactive,
Okay.
but it's probably going to be active by the time we get there, if I had to guess.
Okay. Sure.
Filled with crabs.
Those-
And but
Okay. Yeah, we have to go see her. That's the main thing because all of the.
Yeah, we got to go to the observatory because
Yeah,
that's
and
where the door is.
the eye of Sirius.
Yeah.
That's the one. The butthole.
Go to the observatory in an active. And then meet the ring system scientist lady is one. The second thing is figure out the puzzle of the axe, knife, wing,
Wings.
tree, arrow door.
Yes. I shall. Yes, sure. I will paraphrase this. 16. Solve the puzzle of the door.
Why?
And also, can we record? Can we
Which
record what the puzzle is?
Well, it was that was the puzzle.
Yeah. But then, like the shapes behind it. There was a.
We didn't let Tim finish the shapes. He only got to the third shape, and then you
Well,
like.
he was
Was
teetering.
it only were there more than 3 or was it just the 3?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there are no less than 8 bodies.
See, you
Oh,
only three in.
You got to 3 and you.
Stop.
talked over him and didn't let him finish.
No, there was a long pause and he was like,
I'm used to this.
No, because
No,
we
because
got-
they said about the tail and the ears, and then you're like, oh no, and then you went off.
even before we got to the tail and the ears, it was like, oh, it's us. It's definitely us.
it is us.
It's not us. It's us.
It is us.
But there's a Iris. That's all for now until we finish this. But there's a chunky armor person.
Thank you, and have a satisfactory day.
She's over it.
There's a chunky armor. There's a humanoid that's about 5'4".
5.5. Yeah.
Who's
Said average height, holding an
carrying
axe
an
with both hands.
axe with 2
Yeah.
hands.
with an axe.
One short with daggers and ears and a tail.
Yep.
Short daggers is
Yeah.
tail. Okay, what's next?
Yeah. So like the reflection of that person, is dagger tail.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just a question. Is the sorry? Was the humanoid 5'4" the reflection of the chunky armor person?
No.
No, they're just
No.
two different. Okay, thank you.
There are 2. So I'll go back. The bits where there's like winged indentations and the humanoids there, the winged indentations and the humanoids that they belong to, both seem to have are wearing heavy armor, heavy plate armor.
You said 2 sets. I understood that as 2 wings.
Oh
But
no,
you
2
said
pairs.
it was 2 pairs of wings.
Oh.
2 pairs of wings,
2
one
pairs.
on either side.
Okay.
2 pairs.
2 pairs, 2 sets.
2 sets. No, that makes sense. I think
Yeah.
we all immediately assumed, all of us assumed that it was.
Immediately, we're the dragons.
Did you say so? On either side, 2 pairs of wings, 2
Correct.
double-headed axes,
Correct.
3 daggers,
No, 2 daggers.
2 daggers.
You mentioned you had 3 daggers on you.
Got it.
Next one.
Was it 2? Was it 2
Because
arrows
it's us.
2 arrows,
and 1 tree or 2 trees?
1 tree, 1 central tree.
1 central tree. Got it. You may continue.
So can you just go? The chunky armor person is first. Are they holding the wings, like both the wings, just one wing, or not?
They both have wings.
They both have wings. They both have armor.
2 chunky armor people.
Two chunky armored people with wings.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they're positioned in a way that, the Michelangelo's David in the Sistine Chapel, where they're kind of like in flight and reaching up.
So they're into each other.
I genuinely heard you say Mike and Angelo.
Mike and
Mike and
Angelo.
Angelo's David.
Mike and Angelo and David. You know those guys?
Those guys that they
They
fingers
love
all.
touching fingers. They
Yeah.
like doing that ET thing. They love
Yeah.
ET. Mike and Angelo and David.
Right in the
Mike and Angelo.
Lost it.
Of all the things.
You should leave us in the library, Tim.
Oh,
We need to get out and get fresh air.
yeah. Whew. Well, we're nearly done. So the great painter Mike and Angelo. So they're two heavily armored, bi-winged individuals at the top, and then there is next underneath them, so stacked on top. Next up are the two axed people. One is just a sort of a humanoid person, two arms, two legs, head, and all that jazz, holding a great axe. And the tips of the great axe meet in the same way that the two fingers of the winged people sort of meet in the middle.
Just the tip,
Being
yeah.
like a central point, just the tip.
Yeah.
Tips of the axe, tips of the fingers. Meeting a central point, which is like pressing against the tree, the shaft of the tree.
Timothy.
See, Tim, it's you.
Sorry, trunk of the tree.
Sorry, I just ran down. They're touching tips, and what was that on the shelf?
I wrote tips touching.
Tips touching. Tips touching.
It's definitely us, guys.
And the opposite side of that humanoid figure holding the great axe is a similarly sized individual, no ears, a long tail, and is holding a great axe with one arm, as if it was part of that one arm.
100%, that's it.
Oh, it is us. You were right.
It's got to be us.
Was it the touching tips that gave it away?
It was the touching tips
Probably.
and shaft stuff. but
So
yeah.
who's going to be the other armor person?
I think
You.
it's us and them.
Oh.
Who? Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
said-
yeah.
Who? Describe the no weird one.
Chad.
Long tail,
Got it. Yeah.
smooth of skin, and one arm is an axe.
Tons of,
There is snout.
so many abs.
Tons of abs. Yeah, a little bit of a snoot.
Is he shorter than most of the other people?
Almost
Look-
everyone. Yeah.
Looks strong, not really that strong.
Yeah.
It's a perception thing. Like we didn't roll a 20, we rolled a 16.
That's
Great
true.
abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great abs.
Great abs. 15 abs.
Abs.
15. Jeez.
15 abs, yeah.
Um,
Don't ask me where that odd one is.
You can ask
We
me.
did have 16, but he's been out on an adventure.
Yeah, lost an ab.
Yeah, it's just lost now.
Got an ab shot off. Yeah. Yeah, so there's this so either side is a very nondescript lithe human on one side, and then that eared tailed similarly lithe creature on the other side, with and then touching points of dagger tips.
He's just trying to avoid anything.
I'm trying to avoid.
so wait. The humanoids are touching tips of axes. Who was touching dagger ends?
Eared, a lithe Mike, and Mike.
We broke them down. We did it.
Yeah,
Background.
Mike and a cat creature.
Oh, okay.
It's very difficult to describe Mike because Mike can be anything.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
It's like an amorphous
You
hole.
can do whatever you want, Mike.
Thank
Just the
you.
shape, to the shape with the dagger.
Okay, this
No.
all makes sense. I feel like we got there.
Got that in the end. And a feline creature holding a dagger as well. And then I did misspeak earlier in the way that I did 27 gods, but the 26. There's a single arrow hole, and then there's a single place for a trunk as well.
So,
I've got this.
I did say 2 arrow slits earlier. There's 1 arrow slit.
cool. So there's just one hole.
1 hole. Yeah.
Okay.
One
hole to rule.
1 hole to find them.
Nerd.
1 hole to bring them all and that find them.
Thank you for make that for us thousands of years ago.
That sounds awesome.
What did you say about butts quietly while no one was listening?
No, I just said, but there was another.
Oh.
But there was another.
That was so accusatory. What did you say about butts?
So it looks like Archknight Beleriphus IV and his order of monks and knights 1,800 years ago created this space that could only be opened by those that were able to reunite certain artifacts around the world and were of strong enough constitution to be able to protect the heart of Viserius in times of trouble.
That seems like now.
I think that's so. 38 days away.
138 days.
Oh, yeah.
Loads of time.
Yeah. We just got to find the other group. Got to meet them up.
Yes.
Come with us.
And not kill each other.
Well, now we don't have to. It's optional now, basically.
Well, I feel it's kind of fate. We're just going to walk there. We're going to get there. They'll be there. And be like,
We know where we're going. Do we know where it is? Like, we rolled pretty decently enough. Do we know where it is on a map?
Mountain range. I don't know if we.
Yes, you know it's the northernmost part of the Shattermounts. You'll have to try and find it because it's been the observatory's been lost to the annals of history.
Not that we're gonna go disappear there today, but it's just because my teleport, I need to have like a sense of space, sense of either I've seen it or I know to describe it. I just want to know what we're working with before I throw us into an inactive volcano. An active volcano? An inactive volcano.
We'll know when we get there.
In an active volcano.
Yeah, we can ask around. Where is this?
Where's the nearest inactive volcano? And where's the nearest active volcano?
Oh, you want to know where the active and inactive volcanoes? Do you want to be in an active volcano or in an inactive volcano?
Is there a geography book in the library?
Yeah, there'll be a.
We don't even need a geography. We just need a map, really.
We need a map.
What's a geography book?
A map. I guess a geography book is a map, really, isn't it? What is a geography book if not a map?
We're all looking at a map, and then Chad's just there reading about like weather systems and stuff.
Looking at like lakes and
what is an inactive volcano?
How does an inactive volcano become an active volcano?
Why is it active?
It picks out a dictionary and searches the word inactive.
That's what that
You're saying it's non-flammable or flammable?
Or inflammable or infamous.
Inflammable? That's what I meant. Inflammable.
Infamous is just more famous, right?
Is it an inflammable volcano or a flammable volcano?
Or an unflammable.
There's only one way to find out.
Next time. Well, no.
Tune in tomorrow, next week, end of a year, 2 years. How many days? 138 days.
Okay, so we know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Just from the drawing. Did we find out anything else about it, or is that's it?
Yeah, that's all.
That's still a lot.
Still a vast amount.
Mike, did you happen to keep the you know when you harassed that man that was giving out flyers about wanted posters? Did you happen to keep any of the wanted posters about the other people that weren't us?
I'm going to say yes, that I did.
Okay, then yes.
Along with my redacted stamp.
Yeah.
So we should look at those just in case.
Just look at them.
Just look at them because I feel like I've seen these shapes before. Right?
I've seen these vague shapes before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can invite them to our book reading event.
I assume Iris got this all?
Yeah, she's been open this entire time recording everything.
Great, cool.
We hope so.
So
3 days worth of research.
That's
now.
his factory.
Satisfactory.
That is satisfactory. Storage full.
No. No.
Oh no.
And that we
Delete everything you said.
read and
Right, don't
Deleted.
Did we find out anything about butts or crabs or
Sex gods.
Asmodeus or sex-
Would you like to round out your third day in the library by researching Asmodeus,
Asmodeus,
sex
sex
god,
gods, crabs and butts?
crabs and butts?
Who wants what?
Sex god.
But
Wait, but are we not? Are we just doing it in twos again?
Oh yeah, I guess twos make sense.
Okay, who wants butts and crabs, and who wants gods and Asmodeus?
I should take Asmodeus as much as I want butts and crabs.
Butts and crabs.
Okay, got team butts and crabs, and got team gods and devils.
butts and crab.
Gods and
Yeah.
devils.
All right, so can team gods and devils roll first, then, please?
What we history?
Yes, please, with advantage.
$14.
14, nice. You categorically find nothing on Asmodeus. Like zero,
Perfect.
nada, not a mention of Asmodeus anywhere.
What?
Yeah, crazy,
Great.
right?
Any cult stuff?
Yeah, any sexy god stuff?
No, well, there's stuff on cults in general, but not cults of Asmodeus.
Okay.
Yeah, specifically. The name Asmodeus does not appear anywhere in these annals.
Are we surprised by this, or just like this is what we expected?
You tell me.
I think.
Do you want me to use lucky and see if I can get?
Save it for your sex god. I feel like we know. We've literally seen him. We know what he's up to. We just it would have.
Get lucky with your sex god.
Yeah.
Um,
That should be
so what?
easy, right?
Yeah.
You'd think, but he's just
You'd
a bit ghost to me.
Wow. Whilst Aya is looking over one of the many books that you've been all looking over the last few days, trying to find anything about cults and Asmodeus, Mike/Doen, you're looking into one of the many books that there are on Yuan, your particular god, and you open up one that's a treatise on like worshippers of Yuan, and a little slip of paper falls out into your hand. And you open up the slip of paper, and it has 4 names on it. The names are as follows: Anaskier Ashbraids,
Yeah.
Dardulam Darkjaw,
Yep.
Fruthork Frostmane,
Yep.
and Stragtum Stormmail.
Kill him.
Cool.
Kill him.
Kill 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that's it? Those 4 names
4 names.
that I've written perfectly. That's how you
Yes.
said.
Yeah. I shall send them to you in WhatsApp.
I think I got it spot on.
I'm pretty. Oh yeah, I'm just so I remember in the future,
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
session.
Just for your
Put
sake.
them in there, just for my sake, so I remember. You would know it's very easy because all dwarves have alliterative names. That these are 4 dwarves.
Got it.
Now, butts and crabs. Team butts and crabs.
Butts and crabs.
Butts and crabs and butts and crabs and butts and crabs and butts and crabs.
This is why they failed the first time.
Yeah, it's beatboxing the way through.
14. And I get another one.
Ah, shit. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Why you're not rolling? Only one of you's rolling.
So I just really like to learn.
I'm going to give it to them because it really doesn't matter.
Because it's butts and crabs.
Crabs and butts and crabs.
Well, actually, it does kind of matter, actually. Crabs.
Crib.
Crabs.
Crab. Crabs.
There is, back, because you're in the ancient history section, back before the Cataclysm happened, when the free seas of the East were a lot more accessible to the average individual and explorers. There was a few stories about in the southeast there was a cove. Oh, not cove. Sorry, there's an archipelago of islands, very far southeast of here, of what was called Viserys at the time, and there was a whole fleet of ships that disappeared around there. And when they, when the kings of Viserys, there was royalty back in the day, sent some exploratory ships to find out what happened to their fleet, they discovered that far to the southeast there was a legendary mother crab that had swallowed an entire fleet of ships. A mother crab that spawned all crabs. But unfortunately, only one ship made it back, barely surviving the wrath of the mother crab.
Iris, set a reminder for us to check out that location.
We have to go find the mother crab, the mother of all crab.
Find the mother crab.
Why don't you just have a little word and just see what's up with her little daughters and sons? Because they've not been very nice to us, but maybe it's the mother. Maybe it's the upbringing.
Plus, also, she can't be mad because we didn't kill the last one.
Yeah.
No, you just had a rock fly it over the seas and drop it from a great height.
Hey, didn't kill him.
Yeah, back into its natural habitat.
Upside down from a great height.
Upside down from a great height.
Yeah.
As crabs do.
Yeah, as much as crabs want to do. And lastly, but finally, of course, but not leastly, but Chad, you find a couple of books. You wandered off away from the ancient history section and more into sort of the biology, medicinal section of the library. And you find two volumes that particularly catch your eye. One is Grandma Gupton's Liquid Butt Bonanza, and the other one is Callus Kale Beaton's Squirts for Days Curse.
Squirts for days? Tim, what are you talking about?
Interesting.
Can you
sure
repeat
that's in the right section, Tim?
Sorry?
Can you
Is that the
repeat
right
that?
Grandma Gupton's Liquid Butt Bonanza.
What?
And Callus Kale Beaton's Squits for Days Curse.
Oh, squits.
Squirts for days, I think.
He definitely
I
says
think we all heard that.
rather say.
I think you hear what you want to hear.
I found myself in the section behind the beads.
I think we need to
Squits for Days Curse. Squits for Days. Yeah, these two treaties denote how to create a curse upon an individual. Do a couple of nasty curses on someone's butt.
Fascinating. Can I learn them?
Oh shit! I really backed myself into that one, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
You sure did back yourself into that butt book, Tim.
We make one of his legendary
no.
crabs shit themselves.
I'm gonna have to write two.
I'm going to make a crab
spells
shit
now.
itself. I guarantee it.
You're a wizard and you can learn spells.
Yeah, but we can't
Yeah,
see
but
it.
I'm reading butt books, my friend.
We can't see the crab's butt when it's in the water, so we can't.
That's why we fly it in the air.
Get the rock, pick it up, kiss his butt, throw it back.
All right. Okay. Let's see what level spell Grandma Gupton's Liquid Butt Bonanza is. That's a second level spell, so you could learn that.
Oh, I know so many second level spells.
I'm going to have to write these as spells now. These are the first. Well, these aren't the first, but these are the first non-canonical spells that I would allow a player to learn in my world, and they're two butt spells.
Well, that's because you're all about butts, Tim. As we
I feel like this is a massive setup.
What's the non-canonical?
As in, like the spells that aren't written in D&D Pantheon,
As
like,
in,
you know,
only spells that
Infectious,
enter.
hideous laughter, that kind of stuff.
Tim is going to write spells that I get to use on people's butts, and
Yeah.
it's now D&D canon
You
going.
need
forward.
to trademark these, Tim.
Is it for any butt, or is it specifically crab butt?
Oh, just
Any butt.
Yeah, good,
Any butt.
Good.
Got a butthole? It can be effective.
Yeah. So I've rolled my D10 to find out like what they are, and Grandma Gupton's Liquid Butt Bonanza is a second level spell. and Callous Kale Beaten Squits for Days Curse is a 3rd level spell. So can you roll for me, please, an Arcana check?
Oh.
So roll a d20, add it to your Arcana check, and then you need to learn the first one, you need to get a 12 or higher.
I rolled a 14, and I've got a +6, so I've got a 20.
Great.
So
Learned
far,
it.
knowledge.
You spend 2 hours learning Grandma Gupton's Liquid Butt Bonanza,
2 hours of your.
and now you spend 3 hours learning Callous Kale Beaten Squits for Days Curse. So
That's
please do that again. Or roll another d20.
Okay.
You need to get a 13 or higher.
I got a 17 +6, 23.
Why are you rolling so high for these?
It's because I rolled like shit all night.
Until you had to learn butt spells.
It's all been building up to this.
I can't wait to go back to the Banana Joking twins and they'll be like, "Oh, did you find out how to cure my butt disease?" Like, no, we just learned more.
Just had to do more of them.
Do you want to try it?
Does this work?
Okay. All right. Well, great. What a place to end the stream, eh? Actually, it's not quite where we're in the stream.
Well, while Josh is gone, can I cut his arms off really quick?
Sure. Yeah, really quick. Just both arms. Oh, just one arm, please.
Just
He
one.
won't
Yeah.
notice.
He won't notice.
Shunk,
That's
thunk,
fine.
and another ghost arm comes out.
Ah, fuck. Right.
Yeah.
Do I get to learn what the spells are, or is that something that I
I've
have
got to write them.
Oh, amazing. Cool. Oh, man.
I
I
thought you could get away with just
got
the
all the
name.
wrong people.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
This is just a nice little I thought, oh great, just research some crabs. That'll be fun. I'll tell you about the mother crab. Be like, I'm learning about butt curses.
This
That'll
is
be fun.
good.
What cool fun little names of these books that you'll find. And no.
We should go to
No,
more
these are
libraries,
spells.
guys.
We should. Did you think that we were actually going to ask about crabs?
No.
So
Why
is
would I
it
think that?
the things that you've literally just made up? Was that today made
No,
up?
there's still the mother crab out there.
Okay.
Did the crab
I
research?
think you were
say
going to
that?
ask about it.
Are those the book names?
Yeah.
And like the
Well,
spells?
No, the book names I made up today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What else can we research?
Nothing. The library's closed for the first time in 100
Library's
years.
closed.
You said
For
it.
renovation.
For 1,000 years, and it's closed today. Sorry.
We've been here 3 days. We live here now.
It's a librarian training day. It's not open to the public anymore.
Did we read where she lives, the mother of crabs?
Yes, in the southeast, near an archipelago, off of the coast.
We saved it to Iris as well.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, the closest place to launch a boat from would be Ismataria in the plains of Oman Ran.
Great.
Great.
Great, cool. Thanks, Tim. Tell
Great.
me more about these butt spells. Right, with that, on your 3rd day here, after divvying up and looking for signs of Asmodeus and where are all these legendary crabs, why do they keep coming after you, that kind of stuff. How can I cure Yakator's disease? Is it one of these butt spells? There is a dwarf in very fine regalia, in ceremonial armor, that walks up to your group and clears his throat roughly. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
I have a missive here from the king.
King, what king? Which king?
Which king?
The king of Thunderdark.
What's his
Right.
name?
What does the king have to say?
Did you write down the king's name when I told you earlier?
I don't remember.
When you say earlier, do you mean today? Do you mean 2 minutes ago? Do you mean 2
Do you mean
months ago?
Yep. Skodmore Strongbelt, king of all dwarfs?
Skodmore.
Skodmore Strongbelt.
Strong belt. King of all dwarves.
Yeah.
That sounds important.
He wants to see you.
Why?
Why?
He's got a mission for you.
Right.
Is
Nice.
he,
Uh,
did he come as well?
He's heard of your tales. He's heard of the things you've done on the surface world.
I've got a pretty big tail.
Aye. Well, the king is a problem of great importance. And it's the reason why we've had to close the gates of Thunderdark.
Okay,
Because
why?
of our dwarven pride, we can't tell any outsiders about it. But all of our dwarvish guardsmen, our most brilliant adventurers, our best tacticians, they've not been able to solve this problem.
How
So
do
we have
we
to
know
turn to you.
What is the problem?
Oh, you really think you're misjudging us?
Yeah.
How do we know we're not getting set up?
You walked into the library. How did you know we're here and here we are?
Yeah. Can we just go shh?
Yeah.
to them really quick?
Trying to work.
Sorry, I apologize. I'll keep my voice down. They knew of you because you'd been hanging around in the library for 3 days and you're not dwarves.
Right, that makes
I
sense.
feel really judged right now for us wanting to learn.
It's not a crime to read.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not arresting you for reading. We just knew you were here.
You can't
What's
walk
the
in.
problem? What's the problem?
No. Oh, the problem is we need your help.
With what? What's the king's problem that can't be solved?
What is the problem?
What's his problem?
No, what's your problem?
What's your problem?
What's your problem? But also, what is the problem?
The problem is the thunder has awoken.
What
Right?
does it mean?
What's that mean?
The thunder. The great crystallized worm of Thunderdark.
We're not here for those sorts of services, my friend. All
I
right,
don't know what that means.
you put your thunder back, and we'll go
I
on
know
our
we're in
way.
the guts section, but that
Yeah.
wasn't the hint.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
Arkdakanistraw,
Oh,
the thunder of Thunderdark, the great worm, the sapphire dragon that dwells beneath Thunderdark has awoken.
Have you ever tried that on a female dwarf? Has it worked? No.
Perhaps you are the wrong people for the job.
With the king and his worm.
Perhaps the,
Let's go help the king with his worm.
Let's go help the king's worm out.
Also, side note, does anyone else sing AC/DC whenever he says Thunderdark?
Thunder.
Yeah. Every time. Sorry, King needs our help. Why? What do we need? What do we get?
Is it a legendary worm as well?
Aye, it is a
What's in it?
gargantuan ancient sapphire dragon.
Sapphire Dragon.
Oh.
What's in it for us?
Riches beyond count.
Sounds pretty good.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Wilhelm. Oh, no, it's not. Oh,
I
no, it
don't
is.
know.
My name. Sorry. I thought. My name is Wilhelm Warguard, head of the honor guard.
And
Right.
Wilhelm, why can't
Wait, weren't you looking for a Wilhelm Warguard? Oh.
No.
What?
No, you weren't. It's War Shield.
Okay, well,
I can see how he got confused to be fair.
don't kill him.
Oh no, the ring scientist that we're looking for. What's her name?
War Shield.
Warshield.
I know, it's-
We're not killing her. No.
She's been dead for 1,000 years.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, that was Wisterbell Wallshield, the dwarf.
Yeah.
In that,
Wisterbell War Shield.
My
This is
mistake.
Wilhelm Warguard.
My
Okay.
mistake. You seem
So-
fine.
why can no one else help the king with his big ancient worm problem?
Because of the shame of our peoples.
What does that mean?
No dwarf can face Arkdakanistraw,
Why?
Worm.
for he is made of sapphire, and all
What?
dwarves have a weakness for jewels,
They do.
gems, and materials that can be found under the earth.
Okay.
It's true.
Everyone has been enthralled by its gaze and turned away.
Okay.
All right.
We need those that aren't so covetous of
Those are all
gems.
reasonable answers.
We're not really very covetous.
But
Good.
we've only got 2 days. Is this a 2-day problem?
We can get you there in a day.
Great.
All right.
Where are we
As long
going?
as you can help.
Where is that?
There is into the Thunderdark, down
Great.
into the depths of our
Below
city.
where we are. Okay.
Aye.
He's asking us for like urgent help, and we're like stroppy teenagers. Like,
Oh, we've got 2 days. Oh my god.
Can I sleep in?
I have no more sleep.
What do we get for
I've
this?
been reading books the last 3 days.
All right then, let's do it. Right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's tell the big worms.
Follow me.
But
and
we're
I
coming
shall
back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're not going to leave you down there.
Okay.
Promise.
Because we did just feed all the refugees, which also solved a massive problem for you.
On
so,
the
like,
way, let's figure out sort of. Never mind.
Have you got any
Never mind.
got anything
Let's do
extra to protect us as well? Like we
Well,
got
that's
our
what I was thinking. I was like, we should sort of figure out like a. Well, we'll wait till Pip's back because Pip will
Yeah.
probably have good ideas.
Unfortunately, Aastrakhan's Roar is immune to anything that the dwarf hands have created in the Thunderdark.
All right. Well, you guys aren't super helpful, but that's sort of par for the course.
what else do we know about what's it, week 2?
let's read a book.
Aastrakhan. Fuck you. Let's read a book.
That's
This time I know.
Knowledge is power, friends.
It's true.
Stay school. Stay school. The great worm, the great crystalline worm, has no weaknesses, only
Okay.
strengths.
No, we'll figure it out.
We'll find it.
It's fine.
Everyone needs to do a shit.
It's true.
That's
Uh,
Ah,
one people.
If we've learned anything tonight,
It's butt stuff.
It's butts.
it's about
Butts
stuff.
and crabs.
and
Also,
just-
please don't cast one of these spells on my dragon, please.
Oh, I am going to make your dragon shit its pants. I guarantee it.
4 days.
Can't wait.
No.
The
With
black
that-
hole is going to shit itself.
And with that, Wilhelm Warguard will lead you down to meet the king of the dwarves and on to your next adventure, which will be an alive event, which you all see on Monday. And I can't wait for you all to go into a dungeon and fight a dragon.
Yes.
a worm dragon.
Sorry?
A worm.
A sapphire. They also call dragons worms. WYRM. Worms.
It's an actual dragon.
It's an actual motherfucking dragon.
King set us up.
Yeah.
We've killed dragons before. It's fine.
Have you?
Yeah, with the dragons in the cage with Johnny.
What?
The Hydra.
Oh, the
Hey,
Hydrokonig.
That's a Koenig.
That's not technically a dragon.
Well,
This will be your first ever dragon.
It'll be our first solo-headed dragon,
Yeah, your first single-headed dragon. So an easier dragon, one might say.
made of
Hmm.
sapphires.
It'll be
Made of
fun.
Hard rock.
Yes, made a Hard Rock Cafe.
This is the Hard Rock Cafe.
Anyway, great. What a way to gently drift off of this episode. Good night, Badgers and Spoons.
Aw.
She says, enjoy a live game. We will, I'm sure we will. Just want to thank everybody tonight that's been in chat, all of our subscribers. Just a quick reminder for this week's schedule. There's not going to be any other D&D this week. So this is you're getting your fix of D&D in this one epic session right here to whet your appetite. But of course, the month of August is going to be a live D&D bonanza with the Crit the Bed live game versus the Sapphire Worm of the Thunderdark, and then the Chaotic Questers and Eve of Ruin live castle events as well. So this is going to be a very interesting month, very epic month. So on Wednesday we'll be doing Hell Dices. Friday there'll be no stream, and we'll be back to relatively normal in the next couple of weeks. But yes, thank you everyone that's watched us. Say hello to everyone there on YouTube land. Of course, a big thank you to my players. Love you as always, and we will see everybody very, very soon. So thanks for watching, and good night. Ta-ta for now.